Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please give a warm welcome to the host of the Happy Hour, Chris Lane Sr.
Kurt, brother, man, you're not going anywhere around here as far as I'm concerned. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enough, and I'll be leaving here. Should have left long ago. I'll grab my stuff, and when the coast is clear, slip away. No one will know. The bluff, and it was crystal clear. Something changed long ago. Words are abrupt, words are deceiving. Closer you look, words lose their meaning. It's just my life, and it's worth fighting for. It's just my life, it's just my life. Time is right, what am I waiting for? It's just my life, it's just my life. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's freezing. Sometimes the ice drips from the ceiling. Sometimes it's tough, sometimes it's easy. Sometimes we're both kicking and screaming. It's worth fighting for. It's just my life, it's just my life. Time is right, what am I waiting for? It's just my life, it's just my life, it's just my life. And it's worth fighting for. It's just my life, it's just my life. Time is right, what am I waiting for? It's just my life, it's just my life, life. Woohoo! That was a ceiling. Thank you very much. And that had Laurie Smishmosh on keys and Hetriani on lead guitar. And we're going to fucking keep going, man.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Happy Hour with Chris and Friends. I'm Chris, and later you'll see some of my friends. But that was one of my friends, the great Gary Hubbs, and his performance at Kurtfest II, the sequel. This time it's killer. And what a great set he put on. Everybody, we're going to talk about the show off and on tonight, but it was a fantastic experience. I was very blessed to be a part of it, and just a ton of great artists on that show. And that was one of my favorite Gary Hubbs songs. I got a lot of them, but I love The Ceiling, and that's one of his newer songs, I would say, within the last year or so. And I really dig it. That was just a kick-ass performance. He really honored Kurt well and had that big poster that he did, and just our friend Gary goes all out, and it's really good to see, as does G-May, who I saw in the chat. And brother, you put on a great festival. Thank you very much. You rocked. Your co-hosts were great. I noticed G-May had the ladies doing the co-hosting this time, which was nice, and they were all fantastic. So that was a good thing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do something. I'm going to send G-May a note, an email right now, and with a link, and if he is available, well, it didn't copy the link. Son of a bitch. Because why would it? Damn it. It's already having one of those days. I'll tell you about my day later, but I'm going to send G a note and say, come on. Okay, there we go. And he can tell you all about it himself and tell him the plans going forward. But in the interim, hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday. Welcome to my show. And I'm going to say hi, people, into the chat. And let's do a top-down tonight. And I'll show the comments for right now. We'll see if I keep that up. But I did a testing because on Thomas's show last night, Jade's having problems. YouTube, the chat has been really jacked up for a couple days. So hopefully it's going to behave itself tonight for you folks. But we'll see. David was first in, setting up the chairs and the solo cups. Much appreciated. We'll play a little something from David tonight. Good to see you, Pookie Ann. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show. There is the aforementioned Mr. Hubbs. El Weedskadero is here. Or Weedskadur? I don't know. Don't ask me to pronounce anything properly. You're going to be sorely disappointed. That was a discussion I had with my doctor today. And let's see. Zach Thong, I saw you here. Welcome, Zach. Good to see you. And there's G-May. Holler! Good to see you. Here is the link to Kurtfest. And we'll probably play a little more from Kurtfest from other artists tonight. But let's see. Did I get everybody? Yeah, scrolling. Working on it. Oh, there's Gordon Lee Weaver. How you doing, Gordon Lee? Has some new music, which is good. Happy. Yeah, it is happy. This hopefully is a happy place. And I'm in my happy place here on Thursday night with you folks. And that is just a good place to be. Yeah, it was shrewd having the ladies hosting. It's just smart. Gee, nobody's ever accused G. May of being stupid. Astute would be the word I would use. Very astute. Hey, there's Mike. Rhodey's Jam Cave. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. And James Myers. All right, everybody's favorite drum guy. Let's see. Scrolling down. Did I get everybody? I believe that I did. I know I have some people lurking, and thank you. Appreciate it. Love my lurkers. Long time. And appreciate you being here too. So that was a fantastic experience on Saturday. I'm going to let you folks in on something. Friday was this close to canceling. I really didn't think I was going to be able to play the show. And, hey, there's Doug Gitter. What's going on, Doug? Oh, well, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Yeah, get feeling better. There's a lot of crap going around. I finally feel better after feeling a little under the weather a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I was doing my set and I was practicing, and I just basically had lost the ability to hold a pick for longer than two songs. Just couldn't do it. My hand would cramp, and I couldn't hold the pick. I don't know how to play fingerstyle, which is kind of funny because I'm a bass player. I can play with two fingers on a bass, no problem, but fingerstyle is very different, and I never really learned how to do it well. And I thought, what am I going to do? And again, I was getting pretty close to contacting G and saying, bro, I can't do it. And I was having lunch with my brother Friday, and he said, what are you going to do? And I said, well, I'm going to try something. After we finish lunch and have a couple beers and a whiskey, I'm going to go to the music store that's by my house. And it's a great music store. I'll give them a shout out. Music Go Round. If you're in the Denver area and they're in Aurora, and I know they have a Littleton location too, these guys rock. It's a great music store. And you guys know I patronize Flipside Music. They're cool too. But these guys are really close to me. And I went in and I said, do you have any thumb picks? And they said, yeah, we got a couple sets. They're heavies, and so if you guys are not familiar, that's what a thumb pick looks like. So it's a pick, but it allows me, because it hooks over my finger and I don't have to use a lot of pressure to hold it. I picked up a couple sets and I came home Friday and I practiced, and I thought, I think I can pull this off. And I'll just make a shout out now. My friends knew that I was struggling. And I'm, I was just honest with them. I said, guys, I don't have any confidence. And they said, we know you can do that. And I got some of the best advice from a number of my friends, but the great Jade Starr said, dude, show up and let it go. Just perform. You're a veteran. You've been around. Just show up, muscle memory, you'll be okay. And I thought, all right, you know what? What do I got to lose? I'm going to do it. And I had a pretty good set. I got through it. Look at that. Gary Hubbs, you rock. There you go. And I have the best mods too. Damn, not only do I have great friends, I got kick-ass mods. Gary, I mean, look at this guy. But yeah, it's a good store, and I'm going to break into the safe and see if I have a little stash, because there's a green Gretsch there that I played last week as I was trying to figure out if I could use these picks that I really want to buy. And I have no business buying it. I don't need it, but damn, is it a cool guitar. So, but Jade was very encouraging. Gary was very encouraging. Lori, Doug, James Myers, Leela, and Jasnaya over in Slovenia, who I continued to correspond with, was very encouraging. So went for it. And it helped that the people that were playing before me were kicking ass. They were so good. And when it came my turn, I was pretty pumped up. And, I'd done the groundwork. I'd practiced the songs. And you know what? And I make a big deal out of timing and everything. And I had timed my set 20 minutes and 20 seconds. Well, I talked just a little bit more than I had planned. So my set was exactly 21 minutes. And 21 is okay. 22, you're a dick. And you're really impeding other people's time, and I didn't want to do that. But 21 was acceptable. And yeah, it was fun. And I was really glad that I was able to do it. Went and played for the kiddies Monday and today. Because I do it twice a month. And because I was so sick at the beginning of the month, I couldn't go. So had to get my hours in. And Monday, hands were okay. They weren't great, but they were all right. Voice wasn't very good. Today, hands were a little better. and my voice felt much stronger. Actually, probably a little stronger than it was on Kurtfest. Uh, you always critique yourself, and while it was a pretty good performance, I have sung better in the past, and I would have liked to have sang just a little bit better. But I was I was just so happy that I could play that. I'm gonna let that slide. But um, working on just getting in a little better place, a little stronger. Went for a checkup with my doc today, and he said you're responding to the medication well. In other words, you're not having any adverse effects. So we're going to double your dosage, and we're going to see how you do over the next 2 months. And it's the stuff I'm on. It just takes a while. He said it's going to be 2 months before we really see how you're doing on it. But I feel pretty good now, and if I get better, that's going to be good. So, yeah, oh, Rhett. And here he is. What's going on, Rhett? The Mixed Club has joined us and is already tearing up the chat because that's what he does. And I appreciate that about Rhett. But it was a good show, just top to bottom. And I gotta say, I didn't know how it would be because we rotate headliners and everything, and Emperism was the headliner, and Emp always does something cool for the shows. He always just comes up with some twist. I mean, Country Fest, he actually sang and wrote a country song for it. And we got to the end of the night there, and there was just no drop off. Emp was on top of it. The people stayed basically from beginning to end on the show, and we ended with a very high note. I think the only slight negative was we had planned on having the after party like we like to do, where all the artists or the artists that are available come on and we chat for a couple hours after the show, and kind of a way to wind down and wind the audience down. And StreamYard kicked us off. Or YouTube. I'm not sure if it was StreamYard or YouTube, but we're getting ready to do the after show, and they're like, oh, damn it, show's over. I guess we're not doing that. So we did. Some of the artists we hung around on StreamYard afterwards, but we couldn't stream it. But we just chatted for a while, and it was we were able to wind down. I drank. I don't usually drink on Saturday nights, but I drank some whiskey after that show just to come down from the high, because it really was a high performing for all those people, and it was great. And I think everybody had the right attitude for it. It was to honor Kurt's memory, and I think the people that are in the chat that I'm seeing know Kurt and were familiar with him being around, and he was such a positive guy, and really, he would just say, "I love this space." That was his little catchphrase. But he was absolutely genuine about it. He loved the space. He loved being a part of, what was going on, and, hosted one of the fests. And everybody brought that spirit with them in their performances on Kurtfest. And it was really a nice homage to his memory. And I hope it's a way that we can keep his memory alive of, what a uniter he was for the community. So, and there's Jerry Gomes. Hi, Jerry. I'm very excited. Jerry reached out to me about 2 weeks ago and said, I've got a song. And listen to me, tell me if you like it, because I'd like you to play bass on it. I'd like you to do a little vocals. And I listened to it, and I said, you damn right, Jerry. I really like this. So that is what I've been working on the last couple days, and it's a cool song. So I was very honored to be invited to be on that, and I think it's going to be good. And I'm not going to steal Jerry's thunder, but there's some other people playing on it that you might know, and I think you'll like it when it all gets done. And I don't know how long that's I know how long it takes me to do things, and but I think I'll be far from the last person to submit. I think I'll probably be done next week sometime, and we'll see how everybody else does. All right, yeah, getting back to the gym is good. Actually, I'm going next week. My kid, who looks a lot like me, but with dark hair, and he is swole. I mean, he's at the gym right now, and I mean, he is fit. And he's like, "Hey, pops, come to the gym. We'll start working out again together." And he and I used to work out when he was in junior high and high school. I taught him, and then he got a degree in sports physiology and exercise, and so then he started teaching me. So now I'm looking forward to getting back together with him a little bit. Although, once upon a time I could lift a Buick and all that kind of stuff, and I ain't that guy anymore. He can lift a Buick and maybe a Mazda too. I might be able to lift a Matchbox as it stands right now, but yeah, when you take on being the coordinator of a song, there is a little bit of element of the cat herding. Hopefully you'll find that you don't have to herd me a whole lot, that I'm pretty easy to work with, but yeah, well, I will say this, James. We all go through periods where like, I don't want to do anything. I'm not feeling the music. And that's okay. That is your mind and sometimes your body going, take off, get recharged. I've been through ups and lows, and right now, pretty creative. I get inspired playing for the darn Kitties, and kind of got a chord progression that I was playing with today that like, you know what? I like this. This could be a song. So we'll see. But it's that has been fairly common. I've written probably my last two, if not three. The start of them was just, playing chords and just kind of getting warmed up for the cats. So yeah, it's hard. David Live to Fly is a pretty hardcore runner. So he's one of the fit people in the chat. I'm the one of those used to be fit people. Not so much, and it's my own damn fault. I got this last year I got lazy and just didn't work outside as much. A couple years ago, I basically rebuilt the entire interior of my house, and like Frank Terzo has been doing, and I was friggin' in shape. And then I got lazy, and not so much. Yeah, um, yeah, I couldn't imagine. Honestly, what I do, I'm never going to retire as long as I don't lose my eyesight. Yeah, so retirement is, I don't know that it's financially an option, but it just the way my mind is always churning. I don't think it's an option. So I can keep working as long as I want to work. The guy that I just replaced was 93. I'm the young guy at 63. So that kind of tells you how it works in my business. Age is not a detriment, let's just say. So, uh, yeah, I'm learning to live with it, Red. It is what it is. Interesting. A whole lot of research that's come out here very recently that they think that they have some ideas on causals and how to reverse it. And if that happens, that's going to be pretty spiffy because a whole lot of people are dealing with it anymore. But yeah, no, I think they really, and honestly, given the conversation I had with my brother last Friday, we were having lunch, and he said, yeah, you need to keep doing what you're doing because you're a Lane and a Dion from my mom's side, and we live forever, literally. My uncle passed away this last year. Well, yeah, I guess it was this last year. At 95. His mother passed away at 98. Her mother passed away at 104. And on and on and on. Um, yeah, my mother is 85, driving around the country. Yeah, chances are, unless I do something really fucking dumb, which is always a possibility, but chances are I'm going to be around for a while. So, yeah, let's hope. Yeah, it is hard to stop us Lanes, and we can take a licking and keep on ticking. My dad, who is my mom's 85. He's 87. Just had spinal surgery today, and had some things corrected, and he was having pinched nerves, and it was really affecting his mobility. And so, 87-year-old guy, yeah, we'll put him under the knife. And got a call from him. He's like, yeah, I feel pretty good, little sore, but so yeah, us Lanes are we keep on ticking. Yeah, and that can happen too, man. It is tough to be when you're working ridiculous hours and everything. And that's my wife and I are both, her job is ramped up to the point where we just look at each other and go, we've got to do a little bit better. We've got to take a little better care of ourselves. But there are only 24 hours in a day, and we got to sleep a couple of them. So it's a little hard. And, do what you can. I've taken my dumbbells, and they're outside my office. And so every time I go upstairs for coffee or to feed the cats or whatever, I grab the dumbbells and I do a couple sets. And, it's not like going to the gym exactly, but it's not nothing either. And, hopefully getting a little bit more strength and tone back in my arms. And, when I go to the gym and start walking and, getting that going a little bit, then we can hit the weights a little harder. But it's like everything else. It's a process. But you gotta give yourself a break and say, this is as good as I could do today. Tomorrow, maybe I'll try and do better. And that's what you can do. Get up every day and say, I'm gonna be the best version of myself today that I can be, whatever that looks like. And let's face it, some days, especially in the winter, it's gloomy. The weather's sometimes crappy. You don't feel well, and the best you can be is you got up and you didn't murder anybody. So that was pretty good. And man, I was there 2 weeks ago. And I know I whined about this all last, but I'm just not used to being sick. Just not my thing. And I was pretty ill. And it was just, been a virus that's been going around Denver. It went through my wife's company twice. Everybody got sick. My wife and my son, then they work at the same place, did not get it the first round, but they got it the second round. And then either they gave it to me or I had a slightly different one, but all three of us were sick kind of at the same time. I was first. Actually, I guess I was technically first. And I got over the worst of it in 2 days, but then I had residual for a week or so, and they're still kind of just now getting over it. So it was some crap. Hey, Mike Reese, what's going on? Yeah, I'm a big believer of that, and I'm very blessed to live where I do in Denver because even in the city, there's parks, and I have a glorious view of the Rocky Mountains, and I can look south to Pikes Peak, and I can look north to Mount Evans, and yeah, getting out in nature, big fan. And I'll be going down to Durango at the end of March. That's kind of my wife's. I take her for a little getaway at the end of the worst of the accounting for business, the tax season, and before she does the personal taxes and everything. And we'll go for a hike. We'll sit in the hot springs. We'll eat yummy food, and we'll have a good week off. Yeah. Well, good, and feel free to use that. Somebody, I won't take credit for it. It's not an original thing. I think somebody taught that to me, but you're looking to be the best version of yourself you can be for that particular moment, and that's all you can do some days. All right, let me do something very important. Crap. There's a minute left in the game, and Minnesota's up 2-1 on the Avalanche. That makes me unhappy. Shoot. Yeah. Don't want to lose to these guys. We're ahead of them in the standings, and that's kind of a 4-point swing if we do. So hopefully the Avs will figure it out. But again, let me point out, here's how much I care about you people. I could be watching the Avalanche. Nope. I'm here with you because I'd rather be here with you. And I love my Avalanche, so that tells you. Here, let's take in a poll. I put a new background up tonight because I was just changing backgrounds or enough. It's a little weird having my face. It's like the devil whispering in my ear. Say something fucked up. No, I'm not going to. Chris behind me. I'm not going to do that. But I like the arrow pointing to me and saying, happy hour. That's kind of fun. So... well, we'll see. Yeah, it's different anyway. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Rhett. There you go. A little feedback is good. I'll probably go back to my home bar next week, but I just thought I'd do something different this week. And I did a different background from Gia is always really good about supplying backgrounds for the various fests, but I felt like I wanted to do a little different background, so I had a nice psychedelic background that I think Kurt would have approved of for my set. And again, a couple people did different things. Gary had his thing there with the Kurt poster behind him, which was cool. Oh, so okay. Well, way to stand firm on your convictions there, Rhett. Really, really appreciate that about you. Yeah, we know how easy you are, buddy. Super easy. It's our Rhett. Again, big. Now that I've got logic and I'm starting to work into the thing, I gotta say, Rhett was very helpful to me before I made that jump on just saying, strip everything down, get good recordings, and don't overprocess things. And I think that was super good advice. And I felt like my last couple songs, the mixes were a little cleaner, just a little less shit going on. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Rhett needs, and not that Rhett puts anything bad in, but for some reason he needs a lot of moderation. He just puts comments in that YouTube is like, hey, moderators, you sure this one's okay? Double check, make sure this one's okay. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's not whispering anything good, I can tell you that. So this is like the devil on my shoulder, and I'm gonna ignore him. Maybe I need to get one on the other side, and with a little halo going, like an Animal House there. Don't you dare, Lawrence. Again, here is good, solid advice. Doesn't sound good flat and just levels. Then you need to reconsider. I think, and this is certainly not rocket surgery, but so many of us, we're all excited to record, like especially me. If I get a new song and I'm liking the way it sounded, I get all jazzed. I want to record it. And you can jump the shark and jump steps there. And you're in a hurry to get parts down. And then you listen to the playback and you realize that, you know what? The tone on this guitar wasn't that good or things like that. That's when you need to stop and go, you know what? Not good enough. I need to re-record this. I need to fix this before I go further, because then you're fighting it the rest of the way through. And you can EQ and you can put effects and all this other stuff, but you're basically trying to put lipstick on a pig. And I don't know if you've ever tried to put lipstick on a pig, but it doesn't look that good. And it really pisses the pig off. They don't like it. So don't do that. You want to be I want to be a rocket surgeon when I grow up too. That is, I gotta say, that's like one of our old family expressions. I think we've been saying it, it's not rocket surgery for 30 years. No, I'm not gonna highlight that comment, Red. So you're always trying to sneak stuff in to see if I'm paying attention. Well, I'm watching you, buddy. Watching you like a hawk. Like a hawk, I tell you. So, what's coming up this next week, everybody? What are people going to be doing? I think, I am. I've been watching a lot of hockey. I watched all the Olympic hockey, and I loved it. It was great. Man, the players from my team that got sent, the Avalanche sent 8 players to the Olympics. And of those 8 players, 6 of them won a medal of, bronze, silver, or gold. So that's pretty good. But the games were tight. They were exciting. I think last week Gary was on. We talked about the quarterfinals. 3 out of the 4 games there went into overtime, and of course, the gold medal game between the U.S. and Canada went into overtime. So it was just, the teams were very tight, very competitive, and it was really good. Now we'll see if there's hangover, with some of these players that went as the season goes on. I'm not seeing it yet, but I think most, like the Avs, have played 2 games only, and they're losing the second one. So, we'll see if those 8 players are a little hungover from the Olympics. They sat McKinnon last night; he didn't play at all, and I don't know if they were going to set anybody else. But yeah, it was just good hockey, and so I'll be watching a lot of hockey because the Avs, my team, plays 5 games in 7 days, so or something ridiculous like that. Or 4 games in 7 days. It's a lot of hockey, and I'm sending my wife and son to the game Saturday. That was their Christmas present. I bought them tickets to see the Blackhawks, and I think my sister-in-law is going to be over, so I think her and I will probably watch the game, and my son and my wife will be at the game. So that's part of what I'm going to do this weekend. And the weather here in Denver is stupidly nice, so I'm going to have to get my ass up on the ladder and take down the last of the Christmas lights that are still on the gutters, and clean the gutters, because, well, not that I've had any snow, but I can tell the pine tree has just shed a lot of. I cleaned them when I put up the lights in December, and I'm looking up there, and I think I got to clean them again. It shed so much crap, and when we do eventually get snow, presuming we eventually get snow, I don't want them jammed up. So that's going to be one of my weekend projects, is get my big ass up on the ladder, and luckily it's not that high. It's just single story, and get the gutters clean and get them down. Aw, look at Rad. What a dude. All right, I'm going to go. Well, look at that. You are a talented dude. Can I? All right. I'm going to download that bad boy. Let's see if I can share it. I don't know that I can. I'm going to Going to Photoshop. I'm opening it up. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Well, this is pretty funny. Change the levels a little bit. All right. Save it. All right. And let's see if I can show you guys. Share an image file. Oh, I think this is going to work. There you go. See that? There's Rhett's drawing. Look at that. Is that talent or what? Very cool. Yeah, the whole tabbing thing was, I knew it was going to do that, but anyone. Well, thanks, Rhett. I like that a lot. Appreciate it, man. All right. So take that down. That's fun. See, we got some people that have talent. I don't draw as much as I used to. I enjoy it, but yeah, all my drawing goes into the books and magazines now, and it's mostly computer art because that's what I do. All right, I'm looking to see what I promised I was going to talk about tonight because I never can remember. Oh yeah, yeah. I mentioned in the stream, it's like, oh, was there gonna be a stream this week? Because I didn't. I'd been so good for weeks about getting the stream up early, and then not this week. I didn't. I don't think I put it up until well, today at like 3 o'clock because I just had stuff going on, and I thought about doing it, but I didn't do it, and. But yeah, unless I'm dead or out of town, I'll always be here on Thursday nights. No, that's cool. Everybody should have something to do. I do little mental exercise games on my phone. That's how I wind down to go to bed. And I'll put on the TV sometimes on like the NHL channel or whatever and just play it low background. But just get the mind to cycle down a little bit. And shut a little bit. Yeah, the whole tabbing thing, we figured out like I can do this if I go like right here. Well, that's just fine. That's no big deal. It keeps working. I don't know why, but if I go to a different tab on this browser window, like if I click right here, then all of a sudden, then I could. And it's just a weirdness of Chrome. And I don't know why it does that, but it does. Well, you know what? That's not just true in drawings, right? That's just true in real life too. Some people are quite good looking, and then there's the rest of us who are lesser. Lesser, more better. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Chrome suspension, right? I Googled looking for answers, and nobody had a good answer why it does that. So it just is what it is. If I'm going to play live and I need to look at another screen to look at the chords or whatever, I figured out a way to do it, so I'm not just stuck there. But it's kind of annoying, and it did not used to do that. Now, I'm probably going to update my Mac software. I really should do it this weekend. I'm apprehensive because I finished the one project, but I'm in the middle of another big one, and I hate updating in the middle. But there's some things in Logic that I want to use that are not available until I go to the latest Mac software. So I may go ahead and do it. And and just see people that have updated to the latest Mac OS have not really reported any issues. So, yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, I am going to, because I'm going a little solo tonight. I really like playing you guys' music, and I haven't played as much of it here of late as I would have liked. So I'm going to take this opportunity to play just a little bit more. And I got one queued up that I like a lot. I know you like this person. So let me go grab this. And it's in the wrong thing. There we go. This is our buddy David L. Live to Fly. And here's Always on My Mind, a cover he did, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. David L., everybody.
Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. And maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, well, I'm so sorry I was blind. 'Cause you were always on my mind. Oh, you were always on my mind. And maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, so lonely times. And I guess I never told you I'm so happy, I'm happy that you're mine. All those little things I should have said and done, oh, I just never took the time. But you were always on my mind. Oh, you were always on my mind. Oh, tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. And give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. Oh, I'll keep you satisfied. Oh, little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. Oh, you were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. You were always You're always on my mind. Hey man, thank you for watching.
All right, there was David L. And very good version of that. And I really appreciate that he's just so earnest, and I love the way he plays. It's just very his voice and everything. I'm a big fan. So anyway, hey, I want to say hi to Poison Wales. He's here. Welcome. And Gold Anchor from Down Under. Good day. How are you? Goodness, there he is. He's saying hi to everybody. Good day. He's at work right now, and the show will end as he's getting off work, and he'll bitch and go, well, I was going to come on the show, but, I can't change my hours. But, hey, speaking of friends, I know a guy. Do you guys know this guy? You should know this guy. Everybody say hi to the Dom Father.
Hello.
What's going on, brother man?
How you doing, Chrissy?
I am doing
Hey,
great.
everybody.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing. I'm doing.
Good. I'm like your cap has like the little red thing there.
Yeah, it's like the worst thing. I lost. I can't find my Dumbfather hat. I'm very upset about that.
Yeah, if you had a
it's
cigar,
rose.
you would be very Fidel Castro looking
Yeah.
with your little
100%.
little comrade hat. Yeah, I hate it when you lose things. I spent $500 on prescription sunglasses and everything, and they disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Gone. No idea what happened to them. I kept them in the car. They weren't anywhere else. And then I go to put them on and nothing. The case is gone. They're gone. I don't know if somebody broke into my car somehow. It's just
That's
ridiculous.
what happened.
Yeah, I don't know why they would take that.
You like 3 days after you break down and get a new pair, that's when you'll find them. You'll be
Well,
like,
that's what I'm just not going to do it.
Mhm.
I was thinking, because I got tempted, and I thought, if I spend the money and I find these things, I will have to commit Harry Carey. So,
Mhm.
like,
Hey, Pookie. Hey, everybody. Good to see you all.
yeah, good to see you. How's your week going, my man?
It's good, all right. Typical week.
Yeah, the weeks are weeky, aren't they?
It's so weeky.
Yeah.
So weeky.
Yeah, my week has been particularly weeky.
Yeah, just hoping for the snow to melt.
Yeah. How much did you guys got hit pretty good.
We were the third highest. We got 20 inches.
That's a lot.
The second time. I think like 14, 16 the first time.
Ooh.
So it's like my kids have never seen it before. Like snow's already on the ground and more snow on top of it,
Yeah.
So
Very, very hard to take 14 to 16 inches the first time, from what I understand. So.
I don't know. On either side of that
it's
story,
there. You had to go for it. Yeah. No, I'm plain and simple. I'm jealous. We can handle snow like that, and we need it so bad. And you guys are getting killed, and we're getting nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean literally nothing.
Really? Yeah, I it's been a while since I've seen this much, But it is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Not much. Shovel and wait for it to melt.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Like we can't even get to our garbage pails right now. My wife was like, "You gonna dig them out?" I'm like, "Nah, that shit's there to the spring. Just carrying bags out to the street."
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah, but everything's good.
Good.
Doing the huge.
Yeah. Got any big plans? Do the kids get a spring break, or they got a break coming up?
Well, they were just finished their winter break, and when the snow hit, and then they were off for like 3 more days, the schools shut down. It was rough. And they get a spring break. I think they may lose like 2 days or something like that.
Yeah.
And we got nothing really planned. Nothing too much.
Yeah, well, we figure if we go down to, and we're going into March, and then it'll snow here.
Okay.
We did it 2 years ago, and we ended up, what should take 6 hours to drive down there ended up taking us almost 12 because we had to detour clear down to New Mexico because the one pass was closed.
Okay.
And it ended up being fun, but it made for a long damn day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally forgot what I was about to say. But anyway, so my wife is still busy making our Colorado trip plans.
Okay.
So I think it's going to happen. I think it's
Cool.
going to happen.
This summer?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, let me know dates and everything, and I will, if at all possible, I will clear my schedule to be a little bit of a tour guide or whatever, and at least get
we'll
together
find
at
some
least
stuff,
once.
you know. I don't want to hang out with you the whole time, but
No, fuck no. I wouldn't want to. No. I mean, are you kidding me?
no, but like I know we want to take you like the train ride, you know. Stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Just trying to gear my kids up for it. Like, this ain't going to be your kind of vacation, you know?
There's a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah,
to
they're
do
old
for
enough
kids out
now.
here. Yeah,
True.
they're old enough they can appreciate it. And again, it's, they're going to see stuff that they've never seen before, and they'll dig it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I got, was it Thursday afternoon, like Thursday night? Man, I was like, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
Friday, I was like, I medicated, just like I have to get to work. And Saturday and Sunday, I was just up like the super flu mess. I was like,
yeah. And then Dom had texted me and said, "I'm not feeling good, bro." And yeah, that's
I was brutal.
Yeah, no, it ain't no fun.
Now I just feel like I have the cold that won't go away.
Yeah, that the stuff is lingering this year. There's,
Yeah.
like I was telling people earlier on the show, there's some crap going around here in Colorado that people are really having trouble shaking.
Mm-hmm. So how's everybody doing? Haven't seen everybody in a long time.
Yeah, I think everybody's doing pretty good. We were kind of talking about Kurtfest, and that was fun for everybody that participated.
It looked great. I slept through most of it, but what I saw, it looked great.
Yeah, I think people brought their A game. There was, I honestly can say there was nobody on there that just wasn't on point. Mm-hmm. And like Stiff Denim had some technical issues. It's just his mixer was fucking up. But to his credit, he just played through. And I'm not sure he could even hear himself. He's like, I'm just going for it. Played through, had a good set.
Excellent.
Like, good job, Dro.
Yeah, like I was actually relieved because I went to G-May's, the Saturday before.
Right.
And if I'm not on YouTube, I'm not near YouTube. So like that's when I heard, Kurtfest. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, he'd squeeze me in if he asked them, if I asked him, and I'm like, I don't want to do that, So, and it's a good thing I didn't because he would have let me play, and then no way could I have played.
Yeah, well, things happen for a reason often, so yeah, that worked out. But yeah, I mean, he absolutely would have put you on the bill if you had asked, or if he had known that you were available to play. But
yeah, I don't like upsetting the apple cart.
Yeah, well, there's the last minute stuff. I don't know. It's great.
Yeah, it would drive me crazy if someone did that to me. So
yeah, but another one is, I don't know if he set the dates yet, but we've got another one coming in spring, and April something. And again, he may have set the dates already, but I know he's planning on doing something in April.
Mm-hmm.
So mark your calendar. Yeah, I had this one penciled in. Now, I know he's going to do something over the 4th of July as well. There we go.
Sunfest.
Yeah, see, Gary knows things. Gary's on top of Gary's on top of everything because this bro's got it. He's organized. So there we go. April 25th, Sunfest. So that'll be cool. And yeah, I'll definitely play that. Yeah. But the July 4th one, I will be out of town and we'll just have my phone. And we know how that does not work.
Right.
So not happening. There you go. I just listen and react. Well, you listen and react really well, man.
Very well. Very well.
Indeed. Oh. So you're having a little beverage. What are you having tonight?
High West and ginger ale.
Nice. Yeah, is this the regular High West or is this the rye?
Yeah, the regular one.
Okay. I got some of that High West rye at a bar here. I really liked it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was on a bit of a rye kick there for a couple of months, and I thought their rye was pretty.
Yeah, no, I think it's really. I mean, like for its price range.
Yeah,
I think it's better than a lot I've had. Although I just had, oh God, I sound like a fucking alcohol. I mean, I go through them pretty quick these days. Woodinville.
Yeah, I may give that a try.
I loved the bottle. I loved the bottle. I actually kept the bottle.
Yeah, sometimes I'll do that, and then.
Yeah, I was asking my wife, like, can you like get like food coloring and make it look like whiskey?
There you go. Yeah.
But that's what it is because you, I have like a couple go-tos, but I always get different whiskeys, or bourbons, mainly bourbons.
Yeah, you want to try
but
different things.
I can't remember them. I don't remember what the hell I had. Obviously, by the time I'm done with it, I'm there.
Well, mine has. I just about finished my Christmas present whiskey from my mother.
I haven't even opened mine. My wife got me Frank August.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's supposed to be really good.
Okay. Yeah, this was Buffalo Trace, which is, it's good.
Buffalo Trace is phenomenal.
Yeah, I like it a lot. My sister-in-law's coming over tomorrow and is going to spend the weekend with us, and she's kind of my whiskey drinking buddy, so I'll probably have to go. There's not much in the bottle, so there's enough for like one drink of me, so I better go get some.
You just like one bottle at a time?
Often, yeah. Sometimes I'll have multiple bottles, like
I
around
only
the holidays.
Drink one at a time.
Yeah,
but I usually have like 4 or 5. Like if I remember, like because I'm my wife's wine whore, so
yeah.
Whenever I see something I haven't had in a while, I'll just like get a bottle. I like having a few around.
The most I ever have is 3, and that's usually, when my kid stops by and he likes to, we like to try different things, and then and then he just leaves them. So I might have 3 for 3 months until I finally finish them all. But yeah, usually
like the only other one open I have, my Johnny Walker Blue, but that's very rare. Like that's like eating a Reese's peanut butter cup. I want it to stay special, and it's just I want it to last because I'm not buying another bottle.
Well, now you got to remember though, once it gets down to a third left, then it really starts oxidizing rapidly, and it goes to hell. So then you just need to drink it up at that point and get a new bottle.
Well, that's what I'll do then.
Yeah, but that's what all the best whiskey drinkers do.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the fancy decanters and everything, and I will put some in there sometimes, but I always feel like they don't last as long in there because a little too much oxidation.
My thing, like I got for a gift one time, like it's a Star Trek decanter set, which I do really like. However, it's like a heavy, perfectly square decanter, and after 3 drinks, I'm like trying to grab it. I'm like, I don't want to drop this shit,
Yeah.
Papa Tom, what's going on, dude? And I like when I was a kid, whenever I ate a bowl of cereal, I always had to have the box in front of me.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's the same. I like to see the bottle that I'm
Yeah. I
consuming.
can see that. Yeah, I've got same thing. I've got a cut glass decanter, and I really like it. And even though I've got fairly big hands, it's big, and
Yeah.
I always get paranoid that I'm going to drop the damn thing.
Mhm. Like we used to have like one of those fancy wine decanters. The kind that's like big flat bottom and that long neck with the spout.
Yes.
And I guess my wife and I we were really cutting into the bottles and we were pretty tipsy, and I was just trying to pour it, and you have to be so delicate because it's almost like a tsunami. It starts, and by the time it gets to the throat, it just like and I just like spilled half the bottle all over the counter. I was like, oh Jesus, man.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those things. Yeah, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Back when we actually drank wine with some regularity, we had one of those aerators that you would
Yeah,
pour
we
in,
have
and
one.
and it was a pain in the ass to clean. And after a while, it's like, why are we even screwing with this?
Yeah. Hmm.
But
It depends. Like if we know we're going to drink a good bottle of wine, I'll just open it in the morning and just leave it out.
yeah, well,
for,
there you go.
know,
There you go.
as long as
Exactly.
we,
Home bar essentials with Chris and Dom. You know, Yeah,
it's like,
we learn drinking things here.
hmm
But yeah, we got cured of the wine thing because my wife got to the point she couldn't drink it anymore, and
well, that's
it's
me. I can
started to
drink
aggravate
wine.
my gout, and I couldn't. So
Yeah. I get, I could, like, if I drink more wine, red wine, more than like 2 or 3 days in a row, just headache after it, just
yeah,
constant headaches. So, I only drink the good stuff now.
there you go. Well, mighty fine. Well, it's good to have Dom back because we can talk a little bit of booze and food and
Food.
all the good stuff like we
Mhm.
do. You know, yeah, we probably won't have Lori tonight to, give us some keto recipes and tips because the snow seemingly they had power surges and she thinks it wiped out her computer.
Really?
She
Oh,
can't
that
get it to
sucks.
boot. Yeah, so she's trying to reload the
So I
software.
guess she left it on.
Well, I mean, it was one
Well,
of
you
those
can't
things.
really.
She was working.
Yeah.
In the,
Okay.
she
Yeah.
works out of the
Mhm.
house like I do. She was working, and then the power was bouncing, going on and off, and then it finally went off and stayed off, and she ended up, I think, going to her folks' house for a day or two, and came back on, and it's not booting right. So
Yeah, I was surprised. We had some bad reception a few nights, but never lost power.
that's good. Yeah,
Mm.
a lot of in the East Coast did. It was just it's a tough storm, and it's heavy, and so keeping the power
Yeah,
going.
I think the first snowstorm was in January 21st, and I waited like for a while to shovel, and it was brutal. So this time, while it was coming down, I was like, I'm going out now. I was like, while it's light and fluffy.
Yeah.
So
No,
I just kept going out all night.
that's smart.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of people, us older folks, have heart attacks out shoveling snow.
Big.
Don't want to do that.
I definitely think about it. They found like in Queens, um, they brought people in, to clear like a complex. It was a 50 and over community, and they're shoveling and thump, thump, thump. And yeah, there was a guy buried dead in the snow.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, like my wife and I, we were taking turns and just standing at the window looking at each other. Like
Just
I was like,
making
all
sure.
right. It was like ever watched like a movie where there's gonna be like a nuclear meltdown and like, okay, 15 minutes in and then you're out. That's how we were. Like she'd be shoveling and I'd be at the door. All right, get inside.
And my father up in Montana 2 weeks ago. Now, again, this is a guy who had back surgery today. You know,
Really?
had terrible mobility because his spine was so bad. And 2 weeks ago, I'm chatting with him. He goes, "Yeah, I was out. I had to run the snowblower." And I went, "Are you fucking kidding me, old man? You're out running a snowblower?" He goes, "Yeah, I just did it for 30 minutes."
Yeah.
Jesus, Dad.
I actually thought about getting one. Like maybe next season I'll get one. And my kids were like, "Come on, get one, get one." I was like, "You know what? You're gonna be 13."
No.
I think my snow shoveling days are over.
Yeah, no, you've got snowblowers.
Yeah.
And it's your two sons. That's
Oh, my favorite terrible joke. How do you turn a dishwasher into a snowblower?
hand her a shovel.
Yeah, you give the bitch a shovel.
Yeah.
I don't tell that one.
We do not condone this sort of humor. This does not necessarily reflect the views of management of the.
Oh, stop!
No, I like a good joke like that. It was. I won't be able to remember, but I read a pretty good one along those lines a couple days ago. But jokes are fun, right?
Mm-hmm. What's going on, Papa Tom?
Yeah, it's good to see old Papa T. Hadn't been around much.
Yeah,
He may be
back in action.
For all I know, he may be one of my lurkers. I've got any number of lurkers, and he may be a guy that's been lurking on the show for months, and I just didn't know it. But
No,
good to have you here,
do
man.
that. He wouldn't do that.
Well, you
Yeah,
might.
but then again, it's 11:20 here, so
Yeah, well,
it's
that's
rare
it.
that
Yes.
he's
See,
awake.
yeah, there you go. See, I lurk, and that's cool. I have to lurk anymore sometimes. Although the last couple weeks, I just haven't been on people's shows like I'd like to be. Just can't do it. Like I didn't see any of Jade's interview today. It was at the doctor's and then the kitties, and I don't think I've seen Jade's interviews on Thursdays for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, I haven't been around in a while there, Papa. I was going off the deep end for a while.
It was on hiatus.
I wouldn't even call it hiatus. Well, you know me. Like all I try to my whole life, I've been trying to find proper balance. That's like I need proper balance, and unfortunately, when you're older, you can't balance work. You can't balance your family. You know, so where do you try to get time? It's like so you stop doing the things you enjoy. And then after a while, you're like, why am I so fucking depressed? I'm like, oh, because I'm not doing anything I actually like doing anymore to balance everything else out, you know? So even my wife was like, you should go play. Go hang, you know, it's
well,
like,
and she's trying to lovingly say, rebalance a little bit.
Yeah.
All work and no play makes Junior a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, it definitely
So,
does.
you know, but I certainly understand the roller coaster of extremes because you want to do fun things all the time, but
Yeah.
but you can't.
Incredible. It's terrible.
Yeah,
It's a
you
terrible cycle.
have to do not fun things sometimes.
Yeah, that's pretty much life. Like I say, my theory is life pretty much sucks 80% of the time. However, if you can still be happy about that 20%, you're doing pretty good.
Doing all right.
So
Yep.
you're doing all right.
Yeah, that's my wife's thing. You find the joy where you can every day.
I've
whatever
always
that
felt
looks like.
anyone who really enjoys their life all the time really ain't trying very hard.
Yeah, or their drugs are way better than what we
No,
have
even
access
drugs
to.
are terrible after a while.
Yeah, well,
Last
I
like
imagine.
3 or 4 nights, I didn't drink at all. I didn't do anything. And I was like, every night I go to bed, right? I lay in bed and I'd be like this. And I was like, I think I know why I've been drinking. And my wife's like, why? I was like, because my mind is going absolutely bonkers, man.
Yeah.
Just, I was just going bonkers, you know.
Yeah, that's not healthy either.
No, a whiskey, nothing like a whiskey to help you go to bed. But
Yeah,
that's all good.
I have my other mindless
James.
things. All right.
So that was David when I came in, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
David L. Doing
I like
doing
him.
one. He did
I like
about
the man.
Yeah, no, I like his stuff. Just very authentic. That's what I like about it. Just here's a guy, his guitar.
I love reading why he played that. I like what the songs he plays makes him think about, and then he writes it all out. So.
Yeah,
Me
that's
too, James.
yeah. If you guys don't know, you go to Live to Fly's channel, and he always has a very thoughtful thing that he puts on the songs, and it's great listening to it. But you read through, and
Not only that, he's just so open.
yeah,
He's so open. He'll tell you about like 10 of his videos, and you pretty much have the story of his life. And they're like, and I'm amazed that he has such good memory of them. Like I don't remember half the shit anymore.
Yeah, it's fun. I was talking with my mother, and we were talking about when we lived in Oklahoma, and we took the train.
You lived in Oklahoma?
Yeah, I've mentioned this before. I think for a period of my life when I was younger, I lived every shitty place that dinosaur died all over the West. So
Let's hear all the states you've lived in.
Okay, Washington State, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, California. Oh, I'm missing a couple. Did I say Wyoming?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you say Montana?
Yeah, I've never lived in Montana.
Oh, okay. I just assumed
yeah.
maybe because your dad's there, right?
Yeah, my dad lives there, but
Okay.
we didn't live in Montana. God, it seems like I'm missing at least one.
So I'll give you one more. That's like an 8 or 9.
Yeah. Yeah, again, the only states in the West that I've never lived in Oregon or Nevada. Or Arizona or New Mexico. Yeah. I've been to all of those places. That in the continental United States, the only state that I have not been in is Vermont. I don't know how I miss Vermont because I've been to New Hampshire, but I've never been to Vermont. I don't know.
Well, that's strange. You went to New Hampshire instead of Vermont.
Exactly. I don't know how that works.
I am a one-state dude, man. I've only lived in New York.
Interesting.
How many people have always been in the same state? Show of hands. Show of hands.
No,
Other than when I was in the Army.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Ellie, how are you?
Hello.
Half lurk. We like a half lurk. Yeah. Now, having said all, I mean, I lived some of these places like 9 months is all. Florida. That was another place I lived. I forgot.
You lived in Florida?
Yeah, his dad was in the Marines, so I lived in Florida until he got medical discharge.
You see, your father was in Marines?
Yeah, my father was. A Marine.
So you were an Army brat? He went station to station.
Yeah, but he was not in the Marines that long. He was went through boot, and all that kind of stuff, and he was having some problems with his feet, and they sent him to the thing, and the Navy doctor took one look at his flat feet, because all of us lanes have flat feet,
Yeah, me too.
and said, "How the fuck did you even get in the Marines?" And he said, "I had an honorable medical discharge so fucking fast, I didn't know what hit me." And then he was out. And so it was like, okay, now what am I going to do? So we came back to Colorado. He joined the United States Geological Survey. And then he was stationed in Alaska, Washington, et cetera, et cetera. So, but I've lived the majority of my life in Colorado or Utah. Those are the places that I spent the most time. Mostly Colorado. Hey, look at this fuzzy.
What's up, Dougie?
What are you shooting? A penthouse video? What's going on there?
Why you ask that?
Well, because it's totally fuzzy. It's like you
Very
put
fuzzy, yeah.
Vaseline on the lens.
Oh, it's because I'm using the computer or the camera on the.
Okay.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I
you're
just
pointing at
thought
me.
you were shooting,
No, this
boudoir photography there or something.
Yeah, no, I I haven't been feeling very good, but I saw this New York dude on here, and it's like, fuck, I got to go out and.
I was about to say who.
Yeah, see, you've woken the dead.
I know that sucks. So, like I was just starting to hang out with Doug, and then I was like, "Ugh, I'm out of here."
Yeah, no, it's like
Fuck you
you
people.
fucker, you know what the fuck?
I do this a lot.
Well, and I haven't been drinking lately, so I mean, yeah. Which I hadn't been drinking before.
You hadn't been drinking early either.
No, I hadn't.
Yeah.
You know, so it's,
Yeah, I start in the afternoon now. I'm not late.
Well, that was the thing. Meeting my brother for lunch Friday, I said, "Hey, I'm open. I can do Tuesday, I can do Wednesday, I can do Friday." He goes, "Friday, so we can drink together." Okay.
There you go.
If you say so. All right.
Keeps families together.
Exactly. Well, good to see you. Hey,
Like diamonds.
your set on, since we're talking about
Excuse me.
Kurtfest, Doug, you brought it, man. That was a great set.
oh, thank you.
Man, you just hit the ground running, and there was just, not a lot of yaps. It's like, here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm playing. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, actually, there was actually 2 real songs too.
Yeah.
Out of the 5 songs, yeah, 3 of them were jams that were just like, I got some words up on the screen. Let's just throw in here and there, and I'll. I got to quit doing that shit. That's ridiculous. I mean,
That worked for you. I mean, it was a great
I just
performance.
realized I was muted.
Whoops.
oh, yeah. Well, thank
I'm
you.
not
It
good
was,
with the
it was fun.
jams. I can't do. I'm not good with the jams.
See, and I never play anything twice the
I get
same
lost.
way. Everything's a jam for me. So it's.
Yeah, I have admiration for people that can do it. Part of my reaction to it is, one of my roommates in college was a deadhead, and he'd get all these, back they would boot the tapes and like, here's the Grateful Dead at this concert, and they would wander the fuck around. As good as those guys were as musicians,
Yeah.
most of their stuff was just wandery, and I just I
Yeah.
have a real aversion to it because of that bad experience with this roommate. So
Oh.
anybody that can do it,
yeah.
I think is cool.
I never got into the Grateful Dead.
I never did either.
Tried, but I was like, it's just like jazz on drugs.
That's it.
Yeah.
You could hear how technically proficient they were as musicians. Every one of them was a great musician. But they had like a couple songs that you could actually go, hey, that's
Yeah,
fun.
I love jazz, but I never got into the Grateful Dead at all. I mean,
Yeah, not my.
and I didn't even know their stuff was even kind of in the vein of jazz, or maybe I would have listened to it more or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh no,
it
I
had
wouldn't
some-
say they weren't jazz. Their music wasn't jazz. It was just all
very free form, like
free
jazz.
form
Yeah.
improvisational, and a
Yeah.
song that they would play once would be 6 minutes. Another time they would play it would be 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Never knew what was going to happen.
So how the hell you been, Dom? It's been a while.
Good.
Good. Yeah,
Still here.
that's good. Yeah,
You know.
I'm hearing you're finding a little bit of balance now, and so that's a good thing. That's always
Yeah, that's what I'm saying anyway. But we'll see.
good.
I'm saying it. But
That's the
I've
press release.
realized I've overbalanced. So
Well, like everything, swing the pendulum back a little bit.
Yeah. yeah, it is like. But another thing is like anyone who live streams a lot. When you do take a break, it's like it's hard to how the hell it's like I got to do that. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah,
It's definitely hard. to get back into the swing of things. Not to mention, I mean, the whole thing with the humidity level in my basement was like in the 20s, and I was afraid to take my guitars out of the case. All I was doing was like every acoustic, I just kept changing the humidipacks, loosening the tension, checking the neck and stuff like that. And I was like, ugh, it's too much work to even take it
I was
out of
just
the case.
right before I came on. I was just because my humidifier started making noise, and it's like I wonder if it's getting. It's like it's fine, But yeah, I keep it pretty well, especially in the winter when the furnace is going and stuff. You just got to. And these acoustic guitars, they won't,
No, that's like, man, I wish I had one crappy ass acoustic because they're always fine. The better the guitar, the more it gets fucked up. It's like,
Yeah, I gotta say, my $300 back in the day Yamaha that I bought in 1980, 12-string, which I had tuned up to E for most of its life. I finally dropped it down to D sharp maybe 3 years ago, and it's fine. It doesn't care. It's like whatever. Hey, there
What's
he
up,
is,
Jay?
the
G-Meister.
man.
How you doing, Jake?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. Doing fantastic.
Much thanks for a great festival.
Absolutely.
Well done, G. Well done.
It was crazy good.
Yeah, it really was.
And I was going to tell you too, Chris. You knocked your set was great. You really knocked it out, and
I appreciate it. Like I said, I didn't know if I was going to even be able to do it. I didn't. Know
I knew that. I was kind of touch and go. I was like, but no, you pulled it. And when you said the thumb pick made all the difference, I was like, wow, it wouldn't have worked for me, but that's, but yeah.
Yeah, well, when you suck and you can't really play that well, it's not that big.
I can't use thumb picks. I've never been able to handle.
No, I don't know how to do that either.
Well, I didn't either, and I taught myself Friday, and I'm not kidding. I wish but yeah,
great festival, G. That was it was excellent.
It was. In fact, I'm making Justine a little present. I've been editing just some cool clips throughout the whole thing,
Yeah.
And,
nice.
I'm making her a little present. I'm going to give it to her, but it's pretty cool, man. I'm having fun doing it, man. I've been working on it a couple hours every day since the festival, so
Nice.
I'll probably play it Saturday night, and then she'll post it on her channel as a video.
Nice.
Hey, thanks for stopping in, Tom. Good to see you,
Good night, Tom.
and don't be a stranger.
Don't forget your warm milk.
Yeah. Have some more milk and a cookie, and
Oh, that sounds good.
I can go for a cookie.
I can go for the cookie, but not the warm milk. I like cold.
No, I don't milk.
Yeah.
Other than coffee or Captain Crunch.
yeah,
So
I started drinking milk again.
Captain Crunch.
Oh, Captain Crunch peanut butter, man.
It's like eating glass, man. I mean,
No. The regular Captain Crunch is made out of like fiberglass and it'll rip up your fucking mouth. No, that's brutal. Captain Crunch peanut butter. That's where it's at.
Okay.
All right.
That's good stuff.
Well, he's got younger kids, so he's a cereal expert. I don't.
Fuck my kids.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah. I just eat some flake crap.
I eat like the low Western family Cheerios, honey. I mean, for cold cereal, it's like a half and half on cold. It's like between those and like oatmeal, but that's like maybe 2 days out of the week, and then it's like I mix up my breakfast. They have to be different. And sometimes I have more than one breakfast in a day.
I actually like it more at night.
Yeah.
You know,
Breakfast
like-
at night, absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
like normal, like Raisin Bran Crunch. I like that.
Oh, I don't like that at all. The crunchy
No?
stuff. No. I accidentally bought it one time.
I guess
and-
you won't be eating no grape nuts then.
Oh, God, great. nuts.
Actually, grape nuts aren't so bad. Grape nuts are kind of okay. They're
You got to let it soak for like a
That's
day.
really, really good. For
Yeah,
you.
I mean,
Oh man, with my teeth, no.
well, you remember the commercial? How the commercial used to go when that cereal first came out.
With what's his name?
My name's Joel Gibbons. Ever ate a pine tree? It was like,
Yeah. And Joel Gibbons died in his 50s, so
from
What
eating
did he
fucking
know?
pine, you know? It's like,
Yeah,
No. Who came after him? I guess Wilford Brimley.
Oh yeah,
He was the grape nuts guy for a long time too,
yeah.
right?
And
Well,
then
he
he
died
got
of-
diabetes.
diabetes. Yeah,
diabetes. Yeah,
well, he was advertising like
he
pens,
made
you
diabetes
know,
huge.
like the 4 o'clock in the morning commercials. You know,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Wilford Brimley.
yeah.
Lord.
He had a mustache, oh man, big fucking.
Yeah, he had a good mustache.
Yeah.
Good mustache on that bro.
Well, that's the way it was.
And that's the way it was. Yeah.
Hey, you guys remember that runner Jim Fix had the books and then he died while running? It's like, a lot of these 70s and 80s health guys, they turned out to not be very healthy.
Like that. I
Oh,
remember-
more healthy people die than like out of shape potheads.
that's what I'm banking on. You know?
Yeah, that's mhm.
I have high hopes.
I'm
I'm gonna
working.
go. I'm gonna go slow.
Yeah.
just a constant deterioration over a long period of time.
Yeah.
No sudden deaths. Except when there's a lot of snow.
Yeah. I think I know the answer to this because I think Gary had to clip a couple things. And when you do that, I think it kills the chat permanently.
Right.
Tell me if I'm right on that, Gary.
I don't know. Was I supposed to do something or something?
Well, I think when you go in and edit the video, I think it
Chops it.
screws up the
Chat.
live chat, and so
Yeah.
then it doesn't play anymore. Because like I
Right.
played Gary earlier, Gary Hubs.
Someone was telling me that they're making you go and turn something on or something like that.
Yeah, you may be able to go in and do it and retrieve it, which would be nice if you could have the comments that were playing on the side while people were playing, because I think that, but I know that when I set up these shows, I do have to check a box that says live chat replay or some such.
Right.
Chris
I think
Lane,
somebody needs to walk
chicken
me through
boxes.
that,
Yeah.
so I can figure out how to do that.
All right. Yeah.
You never stop learning in this industry,
You do not. I finally learned how to turn off the fucking leaderboard every week. It only took me 3 months, but eventually the dumbest dog can learn the
No,
trick.
every time I come into StreamYard of late, there's like I have to go through that, and this is new and that's new. I'm like, "Ooh, I don't want new.
Yeah. Oh, StreamYard has added a
The
ton
whole
of
reason why I
features.
don't switch to something cheaper. Yeah. I don't want change.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for that. Yeah, they sent me something that's like, now I can do the clips even faster. Like, okay. Is
Yeah.
that a good thing?
Yeah, it's kind of like, YouTube. They sort of just kind of pick what they think the user is going to really want. And it's like, it's always bullshit. It's like, what fucking user wants this crap? Like the XP crap, who uses that stuff? It's like,
Hey, put it this way. I've been cherry picking Kurtfest every day for about 3-4 hours every day. I've already compiled like an insane amount of clips, man, but it's really, really cool. And I think everyone's going to dig it, man. So yeah, it's better than you see now. They have it where create AI clips and you just click a button, but it's like they're picking out random stuff that doesn't pertain really to that much in the sense that compared to true cherry picking.
Yeah.
Cherry picking.
yeah. It's going to be a while before it can get that smart, I think, really, when it comes to that kind of thing.
Yeah, I've met my I've hit my threshold of what I want to learn. Like,
Oh, you mean tech shit? Yeah, I'm
I'm like, I'm kind of guitar sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always try and I don't want to be one of those old guys like, oh, so I've always done it and I don't want to learn nothing new. I try and learn something,
that is
new.
this guy here.
Well, you know, whatever. Works
Well,
for
not
you.
not. I don't want to learn a hobby. I just wanted to. Obviously, I learn things.
Yeah.
I'm not trying. I do every once in a while. I learn something new. I am not intentionally trying to learn new things anymore.
Fair enough.
I have enough things. you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, James is right. They just let us beta test, and then when we bitch and go, oh, I guess that doesn't work. Like, nobody has been able to come up with why the chat has been screwed up on YouTube for days.
It seems like it's all right tonight, though, isn't it?
It seems like it's behaving tonight. I haven't seen anything weird, and
I've been so
mentioned
busy the last couple of days, I haven't noticed it because I haven't been in anybody's chat. I haven't been doing shit, because I've been doing other things outside of the community that we have.
What have you been doing?
Other things.
Like,
I've been helping a friend.
Hey, nosy Rosa. Jeez.
I don't know. I found it interesting. I wanted to know.
I've been helping a friend a lot through a lot of stuff. So yeah, through some
nice.
tough times.
Yeah, that's good to be a friend.
And just trying to keep on top of my own fucking life. It's like, which sometimes can be, kind of challenging because.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
80-20, right? That's
Yeah.
what I was saying before. Life pretty much 80% sucks.
Yeah. And the weird thing, what's really weird is we've been talking a little bit about the weather, and it's like I've been looking at the weather here, and in a couple days it's going to be 60 degrees. I mean, it's getting kind of cool at night still, but like all day today it was sunny and beautiful, and it got almost to 60 degrees today, and so we haven't had a winter.
No, it was 64 here in Denver today. It may be 70 tomorrow.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Spring is coming.
Yeah. We're still going below freezing at night. But you can, when you're outside in the day, you can just hear water everywhere. I'm about to find out how good my sump pump works.
Yeah, when you have a basement, you got to kind of worry about that kind of crap.
Yeah, indeed. Just check
I live on the west coast of California, so we have a tsunami warning right now.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Where was the earthquake?
Santa Cruz, Capitola, Monterey.
Oh, boy.
Carmel.
Wow.
Just, man, you don't know what's going to hit,
It's quite a range there.
Yeah,
it's just like
weird.
I am
weather
fascinated by like tsunamis or earthquakes, volcanoes, but it's like it's all like a movie, because there is nothing like that out here,
Yeah. Yeah, I remember St. Helens. That one. Well, I'll never forget that one because I was in Spokane at the time when that thing blew up, and we were pretty much down for several days. And it was like the weird thing about that was like the next day after that thing blew up, it was really pretty. It kept getting warmer and warmer, and you couldn't turn your air conditioning on because the silt was so fine it would just blow in your house.
Oh, really?
Oh, fuck, shit was just coming in, it was coming through every pore you had, and it was just like, man. So it was getting pretty warm in the house. I remember that.
Yeah, that ruined the
funny,
paint
like
on my 77 Chevy Malibu here in Denver. Because that crap, was acidic and fell, and
Yeah, well, and then the thing is, I had to go to the store, right? And this is like probably I don't know, it was pretty close to right after it happened. And so I grabbed my wife's, at the time, she had a Dodge Coronet with a 440 Magnum in it. and there was like probably about, I don't know,
car
probably
like
about,
drive like that, it's
Oh, this thing. I mean, this thing would. It was unbelievable the power this thing had. But there was
That's a
probably
grocery getter.
couple inches of this stuff on the ground, right? Well, you hit this stuff and it was just like this massive cloud behind you, like or just like the. I mean, so I was ripping through this stuff, just wiping people's residents out.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was really gnarly. And so I went back to the store. Most of the crap that was in the store was sold out, so there's lots of empty shelves. I grabbed what I could and came home. I got home. Anyway, I came home and I turned the thing on, and there was car after car after car on the freeway because this stuff was getting in the carburetors and stuff, and just fucking their cars up.
It came all the way over different states. I was in Northern California at the time, and we still got hit with it. I was. You've ever heard of Mount Shasta?
Oh yeah,
yeah. That town, Weed. There's a little town called Weed.
Yep.
Or Gasky, California. It's like this tiniest little town in the very corner on the coast called Gasky. Clearest water you've ever seen in your life. But yeah, man, we got hit with it too.
Yeah, like the only thing I could say I ever had to go through was Hurricane Sandy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty serious.
It was. I mean, it was serious for us because we bought our house, like we closed in September, and October. Like for 9 days we had no power, and my sister was like, "Why don't you come stay with us?" I'm like, "I am not leaving my home." And then, what do you know? And we had a Sandy baby.
Yeah.
What else? What else you gonna do? Newly married in a house. No electricity.
Loma Prieta earthquake during the World Series.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
It was like A's versus SF or something.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was
bad quake.
I was renting like this huge Victorian and renting out rooms and shit. And I think it had like 9 rooms to it.
You're like Mr. Roper.
Big time. Anyway,
knock at the door.
It had old horsehair.
I would make such a terrible landlord.
Oh my god! On the walls from like the 1920s. So when the earthquake hit, man, we went outside and the shit's just like cars are like, doing the worm.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh yeah. There were sections of freeway that came down.
Yeah.
And all the plaster, the horsehair plaster all was falling down off. Like you're running out of the house, you thinking that the whole house is crashing down on you. But it's just the horsehair plaster falling everywhere. Bizarre.
Yeah, that was Candlestick. That was, the game was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, at the time I lived like maybe 20 minutes from there,
Oh yeah.
I remember. I mean, that was an interesting ballpark. My dad is a huge Cubs fan. Well, still is. And he and I flew out to San Francisco, and I don't, first, second year of college, whatever. So early 80s. And we went to Candlestick, and it's a double header. So the first game, I had my Cubs jacket on and everything. I'm freezing my ass off because, man, that comes in and it's damp and it's cold. The second game, I got sunburned like a motherfucker. I'm out there with my shirt off. And it was wild weather at the old Candlestick.
Oh, yeah.
I did the Rolling Stones 1981 Candlestick daytime. They had no fucking lights. They didn't need anything. It was so fucking hot, and they just squirted you down with the big green hose. That was it.
I'll tell you, the haunted stadium that I always thought was just, and that was Kezar. Kezar was just fucking weird, man.
That 81 tour.
Where's
Kezar? Did you ever do anything at Kezar, G?
Kezar?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, what stadium is that?
I was there in San Francisco. Candlestick replaced it, but they didn't tear it down for years. I mean, it was like this old haunted friggin' stadium.
Oh, okay. So an old before Candlestick. Yeah, I got nothing. Yeah.
But they didn't tear it down right away. They kept having things in there, but I mean, eventually they condemned it or something, tore it down, I think. But
okay. Well, see, we learned things. This is an educational program
Yeah.
at the end of the day, boys and girls.
That shit was crazy. I'm not kidding you. You slept outside for at least 2 fucking weeks before everybody was just like partying outside, you know?
Yeah. Well,
You're so fearful of going back into, there might be another one, you know?
Yeah. Which is not an unreasonable fear because that's how those things tend to go, you know, aftershocks for weeks.
yeah. Yeah. Well, especially there. Huh?
Yeah. Well, it's a big plate.
Exactly. And not like there's a big history, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's had a couple earthquakes there over the years. Indeed. Oh, we get them here, but it's not.
Yeah, I remember.
Not to that kind of force.
I remember experiencing an earthquake when I lived in California, and I was at the time it was an old converted church that had been converted over into apartments, and I lived in the basement, and I was the only one in the basement. And when that all of a sudden it started hitting, and all my cupboards started shutting or opening, and stuff was falling out of my cupboards, and I was like, I knew what it was as soon as that shit started happening. So I went and got in the middle of a door.
Yeah.
And it was a different, because I've been in a couple different earthquakes. So I was in an earthquake actually right up in here when they had one in Tacoma. And that one I was at the top of a 6-story building. And it was really weird because that one I got dizzy. I mean, I got literally dizzy while the thing was, because the whole building, you could feel it swaying at the top like that.
Oh, yeah. That must have been unpleasant.
Well, I didn't know. Actually, it was kind of cool, but it was really weird because it's like all of a sudden I felt really dizzy, and I looked in the plant. There was a plant right next to my desk, flopping, and my boss's door, which was right there, started opening and closing, and it was like, okay. There was a poinsettia type plant on the refrigerator. It was right behind me, and that thing was just shaking. So I instantly knew what was going on, you know. But at first I felt this really dizziness. It was just crazy. And other people, coworkers, they felt the same thing. We all kind of had this really dizzy feeling. It was strange.
Yeah, tornadoes are not fun. When I was living there in Oklahoma as a kid, I spent many a night in the bathtub, with covering, because the tornadoes, and that ain't fun. Those things are scary. They
Yeah,
just
that's
are.
really scary.
And we do get them
Isn't
here
that
too.
why Brenda left Freedom Redbird?
Yeah.
Because of tornadoes like all the time.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit, man.
Yeah, I've never really been through a tornado before, but
If I ever was, I'd be through one. And
yeah.
Well, in Denver,
I would
we
like
had
to think.
one, and I was working at the printing company, and the sirens went off, and I went out, and there was hail, and I'm looking, and of course, being a kid in Oklahoma and everything, I knew right away what was going on. I said, "Oh fuck, this is a tornado, guys," and it's a metal building. And I'm like, well, if the tornado comes here, we're fucked. So I got everybody down in the loading dock, which was depressed, which was about the safest place to be. Yeah, it was. He was sad. And we watched the thing go right overhead, and it hit. It skipped over our building, and we watched it hit about a block and a half away and wiped out a couple houses. Like, oh, damn.
wow.
That shit was scary. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so not a good experience being in one of those. But had it hit our building, it would have leveled that building, because it was just one of those metal.
Appreciate your loading docks. That's the moral of the story.
I was very glad. Well, we used to hate that thing because every time it rained, it would fill up. We couldn't use it. But that particular day, it was great that we had that dock. There you go. Loading docks matter. They sure do.
G-Man, are you okay? Or are you frozen? Or are you is G-Man in paralysis?
No,
There you go.
Am I frozen? No, I'm not frozen.
yeah, he went. He probably did the thing where he went to another tab, like
Yeah,
I do,
that's
and
what
then
I
you
was.
get
That's
frozen.
exactly what it looked like. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
What's up, David?
Picking up on something. What's up?
Nothing. I said hi, David.
Yeah, we're saying hi to Live to Fly.
Oh, I got this stuff on top chat, and I hate that. That's another thing about YouTube. Why would it top chat? Who cares? Just give me all the fucking chat, you know?
Give me the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, for streams like Beato's where he does live and he's got thousands of people, maybe.
I guess, maybe, yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, Dave, get out of there. Dom's chat is a lonely place. Come to Chris.
I do have actually both of them.
Yeah,
When I
David
lurk-
doesn't like crowds.
Yeah,
He's
when
like
I
us.
lurk, yeah, that's true. I don't even lurk in my chat.
No?
No. It's fucking not my show.
Yeah. Yeah, poor Lori is not. I take it the computer is not feeling better.
Oh, hey, Lori.
Oh, hi, Lori.
Yeah. So and she said, well, I might come on with my phone, but again, if you got the phone, you can't see anything.
Come on with your phone while you're out walking your dog, right?
No, Lori doesn't have a dog. We're trying to convince her to get a cat. It would have been good to have a cat with no power.
All animals right now in that part of the world would be lost forever if they went outside.
Yeah. What happened to Fluffy? We don't know.
My dog's been loving the snow.
Yeah.
Just like he's galloping through it like a deer.
Yeah, some dogs. Well, of course, my kid has a husky, so needless to say, the husky loves
the big dog usually will, like it. Little dogs, maybe not so much.
No, not little dogs. But it was funny, like the first time he went out to go to the bathroom, and it's like he's probably, he's peeing and like he's like right on top of it, man. It was deep. He was like, "What the hell?"
It just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
I'm getting a warm feeling from this cold shit. Yeah.
Yeah, they're funny. Yeah, I've been working on trying to leash train the cats a little bit. It's not going well because they're cats.
Yeah.
But I did get the little one on, and it was one of the few snows we had. And he went out on the back deck for a minute, and he went, oh, I don't know about this shit. It's like, okay, come on back in.
I had a cat a long time ago when I was like way back along that I taught how to shake hands, and I'd say shake, and then I go other hand, and she'd flip over and use the other paw.
Yeah.
So that was my training, cat training, and it was successful.
Yeah, cats are quite intelligent, and that's why they're difficult to train, because they're like, oh yeah, I can do that. Because the little cat was playing fetch with my son for a while, and then he's like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
I have to. I filmed it over the weekend. My youngest kid was, I think he hit like 12 times. Him and my dog, and he was like hitting a balloon, and then my dog was like bumping it with his nose, and I think they did it for like 12 successful times. I'm like, and I filmed it. I'm like, oh, this will get some views, man.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Pretty cool. You know,
it'd go viral actually.
yeah, you just
like
gotta
that.
do it. Yeah, yeah, great. My kid would become a star.
Yeah, that's why the cats do fun stuff all the time until I pull up my camera to try and get a short for YouTube, and then they're like,
That's the difference between cats and dogs.
Yeah.
they're like, no part of it.
Well, a
Dog
cat
just
will
does
go
it 'cause it-
along with it so long, and then it's like what Gary says. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm bored with it now.
Yeah.
That game ran its course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up getting my cat one of those laser little
Oh.
cat toys, right?
that's
goes
always fun,
Fucking
yeah.
ape shit over that thing.
Yeah, they're
It's like
fun.
little chirping noises and shit. Fucking runs halfway up the wall to get it and shit.
Yeah.
I got my dog one of those. It's like a hover ball. Every time you go near it, it moves, and he broke it. And it was like $40, and he broke it in like 6 minutes.
Oh, did the whole doggy? Yeah.
Pieces just went flying. He's such a big chooch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do the laser thing with the cats around here because I got a bunch of cats that they don't live inside here. They are just kind of feral, but they're up there on my deck and stuff, and I'll break out see them out there, and if it's kind of, dusk or night or whatever, and I'll get the laser light out there and watch them fucking go ape shit. They kind of get bored with it pretty quick, though,
Yeah, but cats, they love pouncing and doing all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's funny that the best cat toy that I've bought is I bought one of those high-tech fountains and, little cycle and everything. And the little cat, that's his favorite toy. He goes over and plays with the water all day long because I think he's part Bengal. And because if it's got a sensor, so it will cycle when the cat gets close to it. So he'll go over here and then he'll quick hop and the water gets going and then he bats it. And he does that for hours on end every day.
Yeah.
And the other toys are like, man, whatever. We don't care about those.
I saw this thing I wanted to get. It's like on a pulley and hang it between trees, so your dog can take it and just run back and forth, forth with it. Yeah, because he needs to move. Otherwise, it becomes. It's like I had to go walk him tonight because now that school's back and everyone's back to work, he's like inside all day long. And he just wants to play all night when we get home and tired.
Yeah.
So it's like have dinner and go walk him. So he'll just come back and pass out again.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
Yeah, if you got a couple trees, you can put those. Yeah,
those are
great.
They're pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd have fun with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, doggy zip line. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. I've known
can see
people that had those, and it looked like a pretty a nice way for them to get exercise without worrying about getting bound up on shit.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. All right, folks. I'm going to say goodnight.
All right. Well, Dom, it's always great to see you. Thanks for stopping in.
Good to see you all.
Yeah.
Take care, Dom. We'll see you around,
Good
brother.
seeing you, Dom, as always.
Try to get back around. We'll see.
All right.
Just gotta wait for the cold to go away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I hope you get
Everybody
feeling
in
better.
chat.
Thanks, Tom.
Good night. Hope everyone's good.
All right. Chow mein. Now,
Now we got it.
yeah, don't kill the show, Dom. There we go. don't hit the wrong button, rookie.
There you go.
All right, there he goes, the Dom father. It was nice of him to stop in and say, hey. Always good to see my man, Dom.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm going to get back to editing because you're going to love this video.
All right.
Together for Saturday for Justine. It's going to be a surprise for her.
Cool.
And I'm going to ship it out to her. And we'll play it Saturday night on my live. But thanks for having me, Chris.
Yeah, you bet. Well,
Awesome.
thanks again for putting on a great festival. Can't wait for the next one. And I presume I will see you Saturday.
You got it. Kidder,
All
I'll
right.
see you around, brother.
You betcha.
You
All
take
right.
care.
Be well. And there goes G-May.
It was G-May,
Maybe.
the man himself. Yeah, I'll stick around a little bit longer. I'm actually feeling a little bit better than I was earlier. So
Well, that's good.
yeah. First when you first came on, it's like I don't think I'm gonna because I'm not feeling good.
No, and that's not the thing. If you're not feeling good, and I
Yeah.
get more familiar with it, I don't like not feeling good.
No, it sucks.
It's felt like Superman my entire life, and so not feeling less than that, I don't like.
Yeah. Well, I've not felt like Superman my entire life, but I've been feeling better than I have been earlier, so.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, so how did you feel about, you came on, you were a little worried about your tech, but you got that ironed and you came on, sound was great, and seemingly your set went just smooth and no worries.
Yeah, no, it did, and my set did go smooth. And the one thing that was really kind of funny is what I did not rehearse was the changing of the guitar. I did not rehearse going from the Strat to the Telly.
Yeah.
I thought, well, I had everything set there to do it, but I thought, well, there's enough time at the beginning of the song. I could have done it at the song before that, but I thought there's not enough time. But there is enough time to do it right here. So. And that was really about the only thing that was really kind of iffy about the whole thing. But because I'd ran through the DAW and it was holding solid as a rock. And so,
That's good.
Yeah. But I was worried about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've only changed guitars on purpose at one of the fests, and that was fine, not a big deal.
Yeah.
But I had two other guitars ready
Yeah.
just in case.
Yeah.
So I had the semi-acoustic Ibanez that I use a lot, and that would have been my backup. I had the Yamaha blew a string or went grossly out of tune or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the Strat was also tuned up, and I could have plugged in and gone to the Strat if I had to. So.
Yeah. But I put brand new strings on the telly, and so they were brand new, and I kind of stretched them out so they wouldn't go out of tune, and had that all worked out. And I love brand new strings. And then I pulled the strings on the Strat were pretty much new already, and I hadn't been playing it very much, so I just clipped the ends on the, because it's all Floyd, and so I just clipped the ends and pulled them and tucked them in and locked them down and called it good.
Yeah, I'm going to change strings on the Yamaha this weekend because they got through the set, sounded okay, but it's time for changing.
Yeah,
and I want to oil the fretboard and
Yeah. Well, my big worry was on that telly, especially was I've been playing the crap out of that thing, and I haven't, and it was just like my luck, I'd be playing it and the son bitch, I'd break a string and so I'm not taking a chance of breaking a string during that festival. So I'm going to change them and
Yeah, no, that's nothing worse than breaking string. Knock on wood. I have never broken a string playing live.
Oh, I have
all these years. Oh,
I have, and I was down to one guitar. So, but I got to where I was really good at, because it was a Floyd Rose guitar. I got really good at pulling the string and knocking it down and real quick, and being able to do it from the time I broke it to before the song was even over with. I had it all jacked up and was playing solo. So
that's hardcore. Yeah, no.
Pretty good at doing that kind of stuff,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a string breaker as a rule. And I mean, sometimes strings will have a manufacturing flaw, and it's nothing you're doing; they just break. But,
yeah. Well, it's the kind of also the way I was playing. I mean, I'm stretching the crap out of it, and a Floyd Rose. I mean, that tells you I'm doing some bombs and all kinds of
right.
So it's like it's pretty heavy rock.
Well, yeah, that's worst case scenario for a string.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
where you're putting it through the torture test. So basically, I put when I was actually out on the road, I would change. I put a brand new set of strings on night one. The next day before night two, I'd clip the ends, pull them, relock them down so that they wouldn't break. Then I'd go through that night. Then the following day, I would take those strings were gone, brand new set on. So every other day they were brand new set of strings, because they just, the other thing too with like I cannot get the sound out of strings that have been used for a few hours. I could not get the same sound as I can out of brand new strings.
Yeah, well, brand new string, and it's funny because I don't like the sound of brand new strings. I want them to mellow just a teeny bit, like after they've been played for an hour or so, a couple hours. That I think is the best sound, but that's my ear.
Well, it depends on the music too. I mean, if I'm doing like you listen to like if back in the day I was doing a fair amount of Van Halen type stuff, and if you listen to what Eddie's guitar, those strings, those are fucking new strings. Those sound a certain way when you go round, because they go round and they kind of do this round thing, and after not very long that goes away.
Yeah. And I get that. Yeah. Recording wise, yeah, I would have brand new strings on. And again, just it's that consistency thing. You want it to sound the same. And, if they stay on for a couple days in the studio, they're not going to sound, if you're trying to punch in, it's not going to sound the same as it did yesterday.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Yeah. Yeah. And single coils are much more revealing in that way than humbuckers, I think.
Yeah, no, I would tend to agree with that. Yeah, they just so that's why I like them just just mellow just a teeny bit. I
Yeah.
find the brand new ones to be the way I play, just a little harsh.
If I'm playing jazz, I absolutely. In fact, I might want them several days of wear on them before, because I want them really mellowed in. And plus, I'm
Yeah.
probably, if I'm playing jazz stuff, I'm going to be backing off the tone switch and probably
Right.
pull the volume down and looking for that warm sound, which brand new strings are kind of not warm,
Yeah, they can be a little harsh, little brittle.
Yeah.
Not always, but
Yeah.
sometimes.
And again, it depends on the kind of music you're playing. I mean, what
Right.
you want.
And
So,
it depends on the guitar too. Some
yeah. Like an acoustic guitar is way different than an electric guitar.
Oh, absolutely.
So, the string thing is going to be completely different,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I will probably change my AT55s. I may change those this weekend as well. And the set, and I hate to change it because I love the strings that are on there now, but I can hear them starting to go dead. And I got to remember to tape the bridge because it's a floating bridge, like on most of those kind of things. And the first time I changed the strings on it, I cut the strings and everything, and the bridge drops to the floor, and I went, oh. So I put it on, and I got it close.
Yeah.
But it never intonated quite properly. And then the second set I put on there, I got the bridge in the right position and nailed it. And so make sure I tape it to the body, and so I don't have any boo-boos.
It's funny because my very first electric guitar, and I was a kid, it was a Gretsch, and it was a 68 Streamliner Gretsch, and the whole bridge, there was nothing about that was stayed on the guitar. It's like as soon as you took the guitar, the strings off, everything fell off. I mean, and so I remember I kind of really had Jimmy Page was my hero, right? And he had this guitar clear down to his knees and everything, and so I would do that same thing with this big old friggin' Gretsch, right? Play it way low, couldn't even handle it, because it's like your hands are so far out of whack that I never play like that ever. I mean, that was short-lived. But I also, when my bridge fell off, I was like, well, it'd be really cool if I because I didn't have a clue about intonation. So it'd be really cool looking if I put my bridge way back.
Yeah, whoops.
Yeah, well, I kind of figured out that doesn't really work because it says I go up high and it's not right. Yeah, so kind of like learning by trial and error on what intonation really was,
Well, I had never owned a hollow body electric before, so I didn't know that the bridge wasn't attached. I found out.
Yeah.
And I mean, on a Les Paul, it's not attached either, but it goes on the post, so it's not that.
I mean, this whole guitar, not only would the bridge fall apart, but the Bixby and everything else would be falling apart. I mean, there was springs flying out, and I mean, it's like total chaos with a guitar. How much more chaotic can you get with a guitar? I mean, the only thing it's not falling off is a neck,
Yeah, not a great beginner guitar in that respect. I get it.
Oh, I love that guitar. I love that. I wish I had that guitar to this day.
Yeah, I'm hoping to go back and play that Gretsch again and see how it sounds plugged in. And,
I love Gretches. Yeah.
Yeah, I really, everyone that I've ever played, I really kind of like. So
they have
again, I don't need a new guitar, but if it sounds as good as I think it's going to sound, that I may have a new Gretsch.
Yeah. Well, they sound good. Plus, the necks on most Gretches I've ever played, you grab the neck and it's just like, oh,
I like the neck. That was the first thing. And I played it for, 40 minutes. And again, I don't plug them in. I just play them.
Yeah.
And of course, with a hollow body electric like that, it sounds, you can hear what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And I was digging what I was hearing. So if the pickups are not shit on this thing,
yeah,
I'm going to be super tempted.
Well, Gretches have pretty good Filtertron pickups. They're pretty good pickups, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know much about this. I'm not even sure what model this one is. But it was a Gretchen. It was green and it was pretty.
And they pretty much all use those Filtertron pickups, which are basically like a humbucker.
Yeah.
but they're designed a little bit differently. I mean, they came before the humbucker, so
Okay.
yeah, they were. In fact, that's why the humbuckers were PAFs, is patent pending thing.
Applied
because
for. Yeah.
yeah, because it was basically the Gretsch that had the patent on the design, and so that's really kind of a bizarre thing. 5-Watt World. I don't know if you ever watch that or not.
Oh yeah.
Keith Williams. He had a thing, and I can't remember now. It's been a while since I watched that, but it was really interesting about the whole Gretsch Gibson pickup thing.
Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Hugh's here for the guitar talk.
Oh yeah, yeah. There you go, Hugh.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I heard you're talking about guitars." No.
No.
I often start watching 5-Watt World,
Oh,
but I never make it to the end. And I'll tell you what, that guy's voice is very soothing, very pleasant.
oh yeah, and you can fall asleep.
Out I go.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Some people are like that. Yeah, they just kind of. It's really bad if you have a teacher that's like that. You're trying to get a grade, and they mesmerize you to the point where you can't even.
Yeah.
I've had that happen before. I had to drop the class because it was just like, this is. You put me in la la land, just your voice, and I can't concentrate on anything you're saying.
Yeah, you're right, Gary. And I played one of them, and I really liked it. So I'm going to try and go back tomorrow. Hopefully, it's still there. I played it last Friday.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll be back Monday. Well, with work, I did not get back Monday.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm not sure where I'm going to steal the money from to do this. But, we'll see.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those things. I don't have to have this thing.
Yeah, but you only live once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can't have something.
Again, if I plug it in and it's different from what I own now, that changes the equation a little bit.
It's probably going to be different than what you own now.
Yeah. It definitely, but it's definitely fun to play.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite guitar to play is that Ibanez hollow body electric. That's what I take for whenever I go to the Cats, because it's fairly light, sounds great unplugged, great neck. I really enjoy playing it. It's a little. I don't always play it live because it's a little zingy. The vocal mic picks up a lot of the string zing on it, and it kind of overpowers, much more so than my Yamaha acoustics. So that's why I don't play it as often live but I would play. I mean, if I grab a guitar, that's my first go-to.
Yeah. I didn't. There's parts of the beginning of the show that I didn't catch, and maybe you already talked about this. I don't know, but did you find out any good news about your hand today?
There's nothing. They're monitoring it. They're going to, because I'm doing okay on the medication. I'm not having any adverse reaction. They're going to double the dosage.
Okay.
So and see, and they said, let's see how you do. The end game is to get me off steroids and just be on this. But
yeah, okay.
And they're monitoring my blood work, but my blood work is good. So,
good.
So yeah, there was and I described it, and of course they did the thing where I have to push against and grip and all that thing.
Right,
and they said, we're not feeling any weakness. You're good in this. A lot of our patients can't do these things that you're doing. So, from our standpoint, you may know that you're not exactly like where you'd like to be, but you're doing okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to try that. And this, it's an immunosuppressant, and it just takes a while. They said, you've been on it for a month. It'll probably be another month to 3 months before you really start feeling, if it's effective.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So, hey, good day to Costa. How are you? Oh, and hey, the dog paw snuck in too. What's going on, dog paw? How are ya?
Dog paw and Costa.
Oh, there you go. There's a match made for the ages, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. See, it's always pedal talk somewhere. You,
Yeah. Yeah.
you guitarists and all your pedals, which is, I got the one pedal that I always wanted. I got that, Rockman
Oh.
clone.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I bought the plug-in and I love it.
Oh, it's a plug-in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Well, and that's the thing because I was looking at the reissued pedal and everything, and I'm like $200.
Yeah.
It doesn't have all the features, and it's a little bit noisy. And then I found this, and I knew that there were some plugins that emulated it. Well, because the internet pays attention and is always spying on you, it's like, oh, hey, you thought you might be interested in this plugin. It's on sale for $30 at Sweetwater right now.
Oh.
Coink, sold.
Yeah.
So that's what I ran my guitar through on Gmaze. Is I run it through that pedal on one of those settings, and I've customized it a little bit. But I freaking love that sound.
Yeah, it does sound really good. I never thought about doing that with my with the acoustic going. But I've been running through, and I could do stuff with this. I've been doing everything through Tonex, this Tonex pedal, and I've really been loving this thing, and there's a lot of it's just like you can edit on the fly with this thing, and that's kind of what I like about it,
Yeah. I have a bass player mentality. I get a sound that I like, and I'm done. I'm good. That's all I want. That sound.
Well,
Now,
then
recording, I don't do it that way, but
the problem what I have is like, okay, I like this sound, and then it's like, and then I switch to a different song, and it's like, well, if that's, I like the sound, but it needs to be a little bit more for this, something different with it. So
Yeah.
then I end up kind of tweaking and copying and pasting, and coming up with a whole new sound that was based on. So it's variations of almost the same sound,
right. Well, I've already started to plan ahead. I'm, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, I'll be able to play Metal Fest. And I'm already setting up my settings for my metal guitar.
Oh,
The sound that I want to have. I want to have that kick-ass 80s hair metal guitar sound. And I'm already pretty close to.
cool.
So, but that's months and months away. But
Yeah, I don't even know when that is, but I'm
fall is, I think, the plan.
okay. Oh yeah, that's October, Halloween, I think.
Yeah, I think that's when he's planning on doing that. So it's got the
Yeah.
Sunfest, April 25th, and then Freedom Fest, July 4th, 3rd or 4th, whenever that Saturday is. And then the Metal Fest is going to be in the fall, October.
Isn't there one other one sometime in the tail end of summer sometime?
Well, I think he's doing 4. Yeah, the Freedom Fest is in July.
Okay. Oh, okay. That would be 4. Yeah. Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
We can count to 4 on this program, folks.
Yeah. Well, I keep forgetting we just got on having one. So okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Sunfest will probably be Hike Club, Leela, and Doug individuals. So there'll probably be 3 acts all right here.
Okay, there you go.
Because I think the plan is Leela's going to come here, and then we're going to do a Hike Club live.
Nice. Well, that'll be very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of, there's the Leela right there.
Cool.
Don't worry, the
Leelaverse.
Yeah, she had I really dug her set on.
Oh my goodness, her set was that jazz set that she has is so killer. I mean,
it was good.
Oh, it was. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was like smoky lounge, creamy, sultry.
Oh, that bass, that stand-up bass. It's just like, oh my god! And her sound was so dialed in.
Yeah, it was on point.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're all oldies. Ain't no doubt about it. Tug and I especially are the elder oldies.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though a lot of people, it's kind of funny because a lot of people get shocked when they find out what my age is. It's like, really? It's like, yeah. So I,
It's a projection. I mean, I know how old I am because I have my driver's license, but I don't
yeah.
feel like that at all. And
Well, whenever I come on live on any of the shows, I always hit the -30 button, the -30 years button.
yeah, there you go.
That probably added to the blurriness of my thing because
Yeah, that's
this,
the
this
Vaseline.
camera, yeah, the Vaseline, yeah. I used to do that a long time ago when I didn't really need to, but go out and do photo shoots and have Vaseline and put a light thing over the lens. Did you ever do that?
No. I mean, I'm familiar with the technique, but no, I never did it because not the kind of photography that I did.
Well, yeah. This was experimental amateur hour, I mean, we didn't know what we were doing. We just kind of, this is something the pros do, type thing. And we went out and did some, we went way out in the boonies to some really cool places and shot some pictures came out, but this was like 30 years ago, so it was like a long time ago. But it was fun. I remember the Vaseline.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, that was like, rumor and innuendo. I wonder how many pros really did that because cleaning a lens and trying to get that shit off your lens.
It was kind of nasty.
I don't know that you ever do.
Yeah, well, I don't remember how, but I do remember that there was only a couple pictures that actually came out worth of shit because it was just, I kind of questioned whether they actually do that after because it's like, a lot of them were just useless. And it was not, like I said, it was a long time ago. So I don't remember all the things, but it was like one of those things that made me kind of go, I don't know about this.
Yeah. Well, that was the long-standing rumor that for the men's magazines, I think Penthouse specifically, that's what they did. They're photographers. That was their thing.
They may have. I mean, it's like
I don't know.
Well, you hear about some of the weird shit we do in this industry. I mean, some of the recording techniques that are just like, what you did, what and it's like just so bizarre. Outlandish, but it's like. You listen to it and go, wow, that's pretty remarkable, So, I mean, who's to say? I mean, maybe the Vaseline thing was a norm back in the day. I don't know.
It could very well have been. And, a pro would have one lens. It's like, yeah, this lens has got shit on it. I don't care. This is my.
I do remember it took a little while to get all that crap off the lens, and we had several lenses, and we got enough. We had some good photography stuff, but it was like most of the stuff we got. My ex was really good at finding the deals, and so I don't think she ever bought anything at full price. I mean, it was always like some wing ding, and she was good friends with this people who owned this. It was called Liquidation World, and it was just like all this discount crap that was just you get stuff for next to nothing, and that's what she was doing.
Gotcha.
In fact, I built my studio a lot with a lot of stuff that we got a lot of stuff discounted a lot of materials discounted that we put in that studio. Same kind of thing.
Yeah, well, who doesn't love a good bargain, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why pay wholesale when you can get it cheaper?
Yeah. I remember they were getting rid of this one line of flooring, and so they were just, I mean, it was like practically giving it away for. And so we scarfed it up and put that floor in it was cheap. Lights, we had a bunch of lights in the studio part, 4 banks of lights, and those were all like the same kind of thing. They were discontinuing that line, so this stuff was just basically cheap. And it was all good stuff.
Yeah, I'm hoping to do that. We're thinking about redoing our kitchen cabinets and new countertops. And my kitchen's not that big, so I'm going to hit the the overstock and liquidation places
Yeah.
and see if I can score enough cabinets that
Oh, yeah.
match at a good price and go for that. And I will probably put granite countertops or a stone countertop because I just don't have that much counter space.
Oh, yeah.
So and there's no angles, so they'd be straight.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
between the fridge and the stove is like it's only
Oh, okay.
maybe this much.
Oh, not much.
And then
Yeah.
the other one's like 6 foot, maybe. It's 8 or less. And that, even for a nice piece of granite or stuff, a straight cut like that, not going to be that much money. Especially if I can get, a second or a cut off or something from a big job, and like that's all I need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Small slab. Exactly.
Yeah. It was
But we'll see. Yeah, the wife said, "How much do you think this is cost?" And I said, here's my estimate. And she said, Can we do the work? Because I've rebuilt all my house and everything, but obviously I'm a little older. And she goes, "Can you do it?" I went, "Yeah, with Sean here, yes. Because he's my man, and he and I work good together. And he's young and still really strong, and I've got the know-how between the two of us. We can do it, no problem."
Well, that's just it. Knowing how to do something.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I can do the plumbing. I can do all of that.
Yeah.
And I bought a new toy because I get ads, and I'll put this up. This is a new laser level.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
I bought this anticipation of some cabinet work and putting sliding drawers and the racks that come out. So
yeah,
just make that a little easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I found that hard way when I did. I put in the cabinets that I had, or the countertops that I have now, and I did tile backsplash because I really love doing tile.
Oh, okay.
And I do it, and I have my laser, and it's all level, and like at the one end, it's like this far from the bottom of the cabinet, and the other end, it's like this far. I'm like, and I'm driving myself nuts going, what the actual fuck? And then I put the level on the cabinets. And they didn't hang my cabinets level when they built the house. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So,
yeah.
I found all kinds of interesting things as I've rebuilt.
It is when you do that kind of thing. Yeah, you kind of find all sorts of,
Well, on the other side, I wanted to put a microwave in the cabinet. So I took down the cabinet and I bought a shallow cabinet to hang the microwave from and everything. Well, when I took the stove range down and the cabinet, I found that rather than, drilling a hole and running the wire and everything, they just punched holes in the wallboard.
Oh, no.
And they punched 3 and then fished the wire through one of them. I'm like, my wife's like, how long is this going to take? And after I got the cabinet down, I said, longer. Because I had to go get a piece of drywall that was the right thickness and patch it and then run the wire and, do it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because this house, the framing is really good. Framing is rock solid, well done. Some of the finishes were challenging, and I've redone all of those over the years. But we will have been here over 30 years. Coming up here. Anyway.
Yeah, home ownership, you can find all kinds of stuff. I remember the house up in Sandpoint, we were redoing the bedroom, and my ex was rolling the ceiling, and it was winter outside. I mean, there was Sandpoint gets a lot of snow. So, we probably had about 4 feet of snow outside, and she's rolling it, and all of a sudden the ceiling kind of caves in, and it's like, oh no. And I was in the bathroom at the time, and she goes, honey, and I'm going, yes. And she goes, you better come in here. It's like, I'm coming, just let me finish up what I got to do here, so I get done, and I go in there, and there's a pretty good sized hole And it's like, oh man. So the first thing I thought of was we had a leak and it looked kind of like it could be wet. So I thought, oh no. And this is like a big old kind of lot, like lodge house, you know? So it's got this pretty steep roof and everything. And there's, like I said, there's 4 feet of snow outside. And the first thing I think is, oh my God, we got a leak and it's coming through this, you know. So I get up, there is some attic. And so I go outside and get up in the attic, get up there, and it's just dry as dry could be. There's no leaking or anything, you know. And it's like,
okay,
well, that's weird. So I went back, got down, went in there, and she's going, I think you need to, because I got up there and I started pushing on what was going on up here. And she goes, and she's standing down below me, and she's like, I think you might want to get down and look at, you know, from a distance. So I climb down the ladder and I look, because I'd brushed it away from, you know, by this time, and you could see more about what it was. It was a hive. It was nothing but beehive.
Oh no!
It was the only thing that was keeping all these bees. I mean, it was all dead. I mean, there was all, you know, but the only thing.
Oh, so it wasn't an active hive.
It was not an active hive.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, this is winter. I mean, this is total winter, so the bees are, you know. But I mean, the only thing that was keeping the bees from coming in the house was a few mils of paint. That was it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was like that. And this was like right after we bought the house. So the woman who we bought the house from, she had to have, because it was her bedroom. I mean, and so she had to have heard that buzzing in the ceiling. You know?
Unless she was deaf.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, because I mean, we are very bee friendly. That's my wife and I do the gardening that we do. It's totally for the bees, and.
Right.
And you can hear, even with my hearing, you can hear the bees, no problem. A hive, how the hell would you not hear that?
Oh, this thing was monstrous too. I mean, I ended up cutting out such a huge chunk of hive out of that ceiling. It was just amazing. And yeah, so, but the woman, I mean, she had to, I think that she had to have been able to hear them, because I mean, one of the things that was in this house that was hers that went away when we bought the place and she moved out was that she had a grand piano, and it was like in the living room. That was what she had in the living room. And so, and she played and so forth. And so I think it's like, well, she had to have been able to hear her, you know, I mean,
one would assume.
And those bees are right above her bed. It's like, you know.
Yeah, maybe she just thought it was weird tinnitus.
I don't know. It was, yeah, maybe. Who knows? It was just strange, though.
Yeah, she's like the doc. Yeah, I get this buzzing in my ears, but it's only at my house.
And you could never, I mean, you couldn't see it from, I mean, before Debbie hit into and punched that, you could not tell that there was anything below the surface of that.
Yeah.
You know?
I go up and check my attic because we have bees, we have yellow jackets and everything. And I want to make sure they're friggin' squirrels. I have a live and let live with the squirrels. But if any of those little bastards get in your attic, that ain't good. So I do check fairly regularly.
Yeah.
So yeah, they will chew your wires and burn your house down.
They will. That's absolutely sure.
And that's not good.
And mice will do that too.
Yes.
So you have to watch out for mice as well. So
yeah, well, that's why the kitties are on patrol.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
keep the mice at bay.
Yeah, and that's why I feed the cats around here. I mean, I'm allergic. I'm definitely allergic to cats. I can't be around them, or my eyes shut and throat starts clamping. I mean, it's like bad news. But you know, I like cats, and so. And there for a while, I was feeding all these strays here, but then they started tearing my porch up, and it was like, okay, you fuckers, you're not getting more. I'm not feeding you anymore, you know.
Dude.
But there's one of them I just really like, and I see him and I go out there and pet him and stuff, and he's lovable and everything. But I had one time, and it was so funny because he was out. It was like during the summer, a few summers ago, and this was another one I just loved. And he was out there and I saw him and he saw me. And so he's kind of takes off a little bit. And I saw something in his mouth, and it was like, and I got around where I could see him a little bit. Well, he had a mouse in his mouth. Right. And I thought, okay, well, and I kind of left him alone. Well, then I saw him out in the yard a little bit past the tomatoes and stuff. And I went, well, I wonder where that mouse is. Well, then I walked around and this mouse was laying upside down by the tomato plants. Right. And I thought, well, that's weird. He killed the mouse and it's just laying there and just left it, So then I thought, well, I'm going to get a shovel and throw it over the fence, And so I went to get a shovel. This mouse jumps up and takes off. And I was like, what the hell?
It was playing dead, huh?
Yeah, he wasn't dead. So then it's like, I'm going to leave the whole thing alone and let the cat take it. And about 5 minutes later, here comes the cat with the mouse in his mouth again. So it's like everything was all good.
Oh, yeah. Well, cats are cruel. Like, they will just play with them till
death. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you missed your chance of freedom, buddy. Should have taken it while you could,
Should have rolled out of there, Holmes. Yeah. Indeed. Well, any sage advice as far as what Dougie's going to be doing this week?
Me?
Yeah. What are you working on?
I really probably need to work on my DAW so I can record, because I've been having, right now there's a real latency problem because ever since I kind of started doing the live streaming stuff, it's like originally I put this interface on the same as what my DAW, and it really kind of messed my DAW up, and it's never been the same since. So I need to get that back in order. And I got a laptop now where I use my interface going through that, so it's not even really an issue anymore, but it's kind of messed up this machine. So I probably need to spend more time with it so I can start recording again, because I haven't been able to record anything for a while now.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, my setup just does both, and it works for me. But again, it's a simple setup.
Well, you're a Mac too, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, on PC, and it's a big convoluted mess here, really, with everything.
The PC stuff doesn't always talk to each other nicely.
Well, and I've got, when you start boiling it down, I've got 2 boards, I've got 3 PCs, I've got 3 interfaces, I've got,
Yeah.
And when it's all working great, it's smooth as silk, but it's a lot of, just like getting ready for that Kurtfest. It was like so many complicated moving parts that I didn't even know if I was going to be able to pull it off the way I wanted to. Well, I did, but it wasn't exactly the most relaxing setup, but I think I got it pretty well. I could do it now, but I wanted to record. So it's like, well, I need to get to where I can have both systems kind of simultaneous, where I can use both.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah, it's these things are always real tricky. We found out that James knows a lot about these PC things, and was
James. Oh,
yeah, I was helping out in the chat today because bro knows things.
Yeah.
As far as PC, I'm fucking useless. My wife got the new computer and she figured it out on her own. Thank God, because I would have just stood there and went.
Yeah, I used to be pretty good with PCs a long time ago, but they've taken so much out of the user's hands and just tried to automate everything to where you can't do anything. It's like,
yeah.
That's where I have problems, is I can't.
Exactly. A lot of it is black box technology now, and I found that the Mac black box technology works a lot better for me than the PC black box technology.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I can figure out what I'm supposed to tell it to do, and it'll go, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, and the problem with PCs is so redundant. There's so much redundancy within,
Yeah.
And then you throw in a DAW that's loaded with redundancy too, and now who only knows where the problem really is boiling. It's like,
yeah, exactly. I don't think I've ever asked you, what DAW do you use, Doug?
Cakewalk.
Okay.
I'm still on the old arcade. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know how much longer this relationship's going to go on, because it's like that's the only DAW I've ever used. Clear back to the early 90s, when that was basically all it was a MIDI for MIDI. Couldn't even do audio with it when I first started using it.
Yeah, well, I think it's been updated over the years. I think it's still pretty solid, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But the only problem of it is it's like there's only I think it's like 4 or 5 people that are the masterminds behind it, and the architecture itself dates clear back to like the late 80s. The bottom line architecture lies underneath everything, so they can't revamp everything. I mean, they'd have to take it from scratch and start all over again. So they built upon stuff that was solid back in the day, but there's some inherent problems along the way, and there's just not a big enough team. 4 people or 5 people, whatever it is just not enough for a company like that. So
yeah, I see that.
So how much longer I stay with this, I don't know. I've been with it for 30 plus years, so
yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah,
I gotta say, I still keep Reaper on my machine, even though I'm not using it currently, Coldy, because I agree. Reaper's a damn solid DAW. And I was using that for live streaming for a while, but I went back to using GarageBand for.
Yeah, I have FL Studio as well, and I never really have ever learned how to use that very well at all.
Yeah,
I thought about Cubase, staying with the PC thing, but I also thought about, well, maybe I should just like suck it up and get a Mac and get into Logic and maybe take a 6 months thing of GarageBand just so I can kind of get my feet wet. And then I can't imagine staying with GarageBand. I would be like, if you're going to make me do, because GarageBand, it just takes so much out of your hands and just kind of like,
Yeah, it's, you have to dig to get the more advanced stuff. But again, it's great training wheels, and it's a solid for songwriters. It's just solid as hell.
Yeah.
And I'm finding the transition to Logic super easy because
that's why
it's so familiar.
That's why I thought GarageBand, if I just spent a little bit of time with GarageBand, then I'd be able to adapt and go into Logic. Because I can't see myself being very happy with GarageBand for very long.
Yeah. Well, again, depending on where it's not as strong as advanced mixing stuff, because you don't really have buses or anything. There's workarounds, and
I'm so used to working with buses and
that would frustrate you right away.
Yeah, because I usually on my projects I usually have 2 reverbs on separate buses, a long reverb and a short reverb, and everything is effects and stuff are all broken. I can low pass, high pass filter all this stuff and make it to where it's like get rid of all the rumbly crap and stuff. You can't do that with GarageBand. So it's like, that's why I would probably not like GarageBand very well.
Yeah. Well, again, you can, but it's a hell of a lot harder.
And the other thing too with GarageBand is I've worked with a few people that, and they've sent me stuff from GarageBand, and it was just so fucking useless. I mean, because it was like, and I later found out that what GarageBand does is it has this automatic normalization thing it does on export.
Oh, see, yeah. Now on Macs, on a PC, on the desktop Mac, you can turn that off.
Yeah.
Which one of the first things I learned, you just kill that shit.
Oh, and it's got to
be those guys that use the iPads. I don't know that you can turn it off.
Yeah.
I think Pete Johns did a show about it recently, and I think there's a workaround, but you got to.
I tell you, when you get any kind of stems from that kind of stuff that are useless. I mean, it's like,
yeah,
it's just so overly compressed and just smashed in bits and pieces. It's like,
yeah, that's the thing. GarageBand has a lot of stuff baked in that you have to be very intentional that you don't accidentally put in there.
And that's why I would probably migrate to Logic a lot sooner.
Yeah, well, because you've been using the other thing, it wouldn't be that different for you. You would just have to use here's where this control is on this particular DAW.
Yeah.
Whereas, GarageBand, again, it's great training wheels for people who are starting to record and learning.
Yeah.
Learning things. And again, if you're a Mac guy, it's just there. It's free.
Yeah.
So you can use it. But yeah, I've gone over the hill to Logic, although I haven't done a whole lot with it again. And it's just because of time. I'm not. But yeah, I really thought that I would continue to record in GarageBand and then export the stems and do it in Logic, and I've figured out in the last week, no, I'm not going to fuck with that. I'm going to record, and I get a new song, I'm going to do it in Logic and not.
Yeah, Coldie's probably right. Just screw the fucking GarageBand and go straight to Logic,
Yeah. I mean, you could play with it because again, it's sitting there, it's free, and you could get a little
Yeah.
familiar. But yeah, I wouldn't. With
I would be
your
like-
experience, I don't think I'd spend a lot of time in it.
Yeah, I'd probably get just frustrated with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched Pete use it before and stuff, and I mean, it's like it's real fast and stuff. You know, it'd be good probably for just getting ideas and crap. But you know,
Yeah.
for my main DAW, I couldn't really imagine not having buses. You know that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what pushed me over. Is like I'm having to do things, and it's a hell of a lot harder to do. This would be just so much easier.
It is with buses. I mean, buses are
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
imagine.
again, I mean, when I had my sound reinforcement company and I was doing live stuff, obviously you have the sends and the returns, and you know,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
obvious how that stuff should work.
I usually, I didn't run sound very much. I mean, I got pulled in on a few different things. Hey, can you run sound for us? Yeah, sure. But I mean, it's like your effects return would usually come in back on a channel. So you'd have a channel that's how I always did it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, again, it's like a bus. Yeah.
yeah, it was like a bus, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It was the live equivalent.
Mm-hmm. The part I never really, I mean, everything was pretty not hard as far as like, but the part that was, because it's something you don't really do in recording, and that was crossover stuff. I mean, you know, it's not really hard to figure out how crossovers work and all that other stuff, but it's like, it was just so kind of foreign to me that, I mean, compressors and EQs and all that kind of stuff is pretty, you know, I mean, if you've ever done with any of that kind of stuff, you know what those do. But crossovers, once you kind of get a handle on it, it's not a big deal, you know. But I mean, and just the name implies it's not like a real hard rocket science type thing, but you got to kind of know what you're doing too when you're crossing stuff over, especially if you got a 3-way system versus a 5-way system, you know, so.
Yeah, I guess that just, you know, I kind of learned my bass setup was bi-amped, you know, and I had crossovers set, and I played with a 15-inch W cabinet at the bottom and then 4 10s on top, and you know, just to separate it out. And of course, our PA was done that way, and we had crossovers. And
oh, you're talking about your bass setup, you mean?
Yeah, but yeah,
Oh.
I played with a bi-amped bass setup.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was a very cool sound.
That would be very cool.
Yeah. It was. Oh God, was it
big?
Yeah, because I had the Mark IV PV head, which is a 400-watt head. So
Okay.
had a little power.
Yeah.
And then I had I think I had a Crown was my second power amp that I ran the tops with, and yeah, it was bitching.
Yeah.
It's a good set of Trainer crossover.
Oh, Trainer, yeah.
Hey, our Canadian friends will know Trainer. Yeah, I used a lot of Trainer products because there was a guy here in Denver, Gordon at Melody Music, who had a dealership, and man, his prices were really good on the Trainer stuff. And you know, I liked the PV stuff because it was durable. But you'd AB him, the Trainer was a little bit better sounding, and price point was a little better. Not quite as durable, but durable enough. And so we used Trainer monitors. Our mains were PVs, but our whole monitor setup was Trainers.
Okay.
And then some of our electronics were Trainer.
Yeah, I had a bass player that came in the studio, and he had a Trainer gear, and it was like, and it sounded really good. That was my first. I think that was my first exposure to.
Yeah, is that company still in business?
I don't know.
Do we know? I haven't seen them lately, but again, I haven't done any live sound reinforcement stuff for a long time. So Rhett probably went to bed. Rhett might know.
Yeah, Rhett would know. I never really, like I said, my live sound reinforcement stuff was pretty minimal. I mean, very minimal. I was usually not behind the board. I was usually on the stage instead, you know, so.
All right, I'm looking right now. Vintage. Yeah,
Probably
I'm kind of thinking they may have gone by the wayside.
could have.
Yeah, a lot of them. PV's not what it once was either.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know if they still even make Joe Pass stuff. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
But now I've got something that I want to research. Find out what happened. Maybe Fight World will. Now
There
that
you
we've talked
go.
about it, yeah, we'll go and go. Oh yeah, here's the history of.
Except now there goes Chris again. He's off to sleep.
Yeah, and like, oh, very cool. I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of like I had to take 3 tries to get through his Explorer video.
Oh, really?
I couldn't make it to the end, and like
He does have that kind of voice that just sort of
it's very
sort of soothing and
totally soothing, and it doesn't take much.
yeah.
And you think as much coffee as I drink, I could stay awake for a 15-minute video, but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, he has an interesting inflections within his voice where it just
Yeah,
kinda-
that's true as well.
where it just sort of rolls along and lulls you into. I can see the lulling part. Yeah,
Yeah, he very much lulls me. Well, speaking of lulling, we are at the
Yeah.
3-hour mark.
yeah,
So yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for coming on, my friend Doug.
yeah. Well, thank you for having me. It's
Want to say thanks to Gary for coming on. Want to say thanks to the Dom Father for showing up tonight.
absolutely.
And I definitely want to thank Gary Hubbs in the chat for being such a great mod.
Yeah,
I know he will post the Friday night links, and I'm not going to go through them all tonight because you know what's going on. I do know Mr. Smith is canceled for tomorrow night. He did send out a thing. So there won't be any Smith tomorrow, but the usual cast of characters will be on. And I will look forward to seeing you all. And I think I'll go out with Moi and playing one of the songs that I did at Kurtfest. So on behalf of all my guests, this is Chris Lane Sr. saying thank you for being here. I appreciate it, guys. And here's a little bit of Scars for y'all. Have a great night, everybody.
good night.
This next song is, Kurt always used to tell me this was my favorite, or his favorite that I had done. And I think it speaks to him. He had some physical difficulties, as we all do as we get older. If you live long enough, you're going to end up with some scars. This is called Scars. In this thing called life, we've all felt too much pain. Scars make us different, and yet they make us all the same. Maybe someone hurt you badly, or you just did something dumb. Those scars are medals and show what you have overcome. Scars, we've all got scars. Some come from love, others come from bars. Scars, we've all got scars. You can try and hide them, but there they are. We've all got scars. Make who you are. Just show me those scars. That does not kill us. It makes us strong, just don't be safe. And all that you can do is get stronger every day. You can bruise and bleeding, and you feel like giving up. Get back on your feet again. Those scars that made you tough. That's a battle daily, and you know that it ain't fair. Those scars are armor, takes you can win.
got scars. Some come from love, others come from bars. Scars, we've all got scars. You can try and hide them, but there they are. We've all got scars that make you who you are. Show me your scars. And everywhere you go, and everyone you know, there's something